Yeah, we are.
think it's
So,
happening.
yeah. I had to close my blinds. Yeah, because most of my neighbors are basically like, I don't know, 60, 70 years old. And if they see a lighting this kind from the window, um, I'm pretty sure those guys are running a brothel there. All right.
There will be questions.
There will be questions. Yeah. And then and even if they ask, like, what are you going to tell them? Yeah, I do this thing like streaming on the internet. So,
You should invite them to our channel.
yeah.
Special guest appearance from
Yeah.
Tammiste.
Yeah, try to explain to people that, yeah, you do like a internet streaming thing with some lights. They're pretty sure they're like, oh yeah, porn, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's interesting. I think about it, I think, more often than I should. But like when we are senior citizens,
Oh
how
wait,
huh?
oh sorry, wait.
Oh no, something's wrong. Something's not right.
Oh,
We're not streaming. Oh, we are streaming.
sorry. No, I clicked accidentally a button, the mute button on my keyboard, and I was like just confused.
You
Sorry.
muted the me.
I muted every sound on my computer,
Oh.
basically. Sorry, you were saying?
I lost my thought. Yeah. When we are like senior citizens, how are we going to be getting on with technology?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have been thinking about this thing also, exactly. Yeah.
I can't imagine being like completely clueless.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm feeling the same way. But, like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Again, it's changing more rapidly, which is kind of terrifying because, yeah, all the VR headsets, all the AIs, and all the whatever crypto maybe not things, and that we don't like fully haven't experienced yet. Maybe like we haven't tried VR yet. Still, well, I mean, okay, yes, we have tried VR in like.
But again, you would have to imagine that when we are 60, it'll be completely different.
Yeah, exactly. We will have like holograms and stuff, and we will have like, I don't know, like mind beaming devices that you can like affect people with somehow. I don't know.
But I feel like what is also very characteristic of older people, specifically of this generation of what do you call it? Like generation of
yeah, Zoomers. I don't know. The newest one, Zoomers.
No. The one before millennials. What's the name of that generation?
Boomers.
Are those boomers?
I mean,
Well, you know what I mean. The people who are like in their like 50s, maybe going on to like, yeah.
Oh, 50s. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably a term. So you mean before even boomers, basically?
No. I feel like boomers are like a very old generation. I mean, it's just that we call everybody who is old boomers. But I feel like
but I think yeah, this is some kind of a scientific year.
Baby boomers are people born between 1946 and 1964.
Oh, okay.
So even like my parents.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But boomer. Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. We are millennials. I think you are. You. I am. Yeah.
I'm almost Zoomer actually, but I'm a couple of years away from Zoomer.
Yeah. I'm officially like millennial, and yeah. I see.
But what I was, I guess boomers actually kind of fits because it's a bit older than like like late 50s and like this like already senior citizen, like a retirement kind of age, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like what is also very characteristic of these people is that like they aren't just knowledgeable about like certain tech stuff maybe, but they usually have no interest in like learning.
Yeah,
that's a lot of this stuff is not complicated, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not something that you can't pick up, I'm sure, even unless you have like some kind of like mental, maybe like
Yeah.
you know, cognitive problems, which you also may have, but
Mm-hmm.
not everybody who is 60 is like, okay, well, you are like senile.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, so you could very well do that, but yeah, it's just like they're not particularly interested. So I'm like thinking, when I'm 60, would I be also this way? I'd be like, I don't care about your like children's toys and like what is this like holograms and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I find it very hard to imagine that being the case.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it also. What kind of a 60-year-old I would be, and I think I would be also like, well, to me, basically, if I decide to stop learning, that's when I become old. That's my kind of definition, and
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah.
so I don't ever want to stop learning, basically, and that's what keeps me young. I've even when I'm like 70 or basically or 80 or something.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Again, unless you have some things that prevent you from learning.
yeah, 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 yeah. Lord
But yeah,
Phil.
kind of in the same. Hello.
Good morning. Yes, welcome to
Because I also
the
don't want to like
welcome to the senior hour. That
senior citizen hour.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
our new regularly scheduled. You know, every week we are a week older, so we can talk about our experience
Yes.
of getting 1 week older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what was that? What was the thing?
What's the quote? You're the youngest right now. Something I don't know.
You're the youngest you'll ever be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm thinking just like because I also don't want to like confuse like technology and like just like trends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, I can totally like see myself not being interested in like whatever in 30 years we'll have like social media and stuff like that, you know, which I'm already like pretty over. But I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll have some social media existing in 30 years, of course.
Yeah, but
Or
I feel
whatever.
like yeah. But that's gonna be that's gonna be even more blended with some like AR glasses
Yeah.
or something, or VR glasses if you want to full my I don't know video game environment with characters and stuff. I guess you're gonna have your VR headset, and you're gonna if you go out from your man cave, then you're gonna have the AR headset. I guess. Yeah, we'll see. And you're gonna have the holograms.
Sure, I guess.
For
Maybe.
telecommuting, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
In the sense they already sort of exist in some form.
Yeah.
So we are aware of them and kind of so like if they are more advanced in 30 years or whatever, we'll still be aware of their existence and probably use them. You know, I just can't see myself like getting so hopelessly behind times. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm still gonna be reading news, like seeing stuff and like doing things, and I'm sure, regardless
Yeah.
of what my life is gonna look like, you know, at that point, if I live to that point. But still, you know, I'm gonna be like aware.
Exactly. That's my plan also. Or are we gonna be the old timers where all the young kids have the I don't know the watch computer on the hand, and we gonna have still like no, we gonna still have the phone computer that we have in the pocket, and that's what we grew up, and that's my kind of computer that I like.
I'm sure there will be some specific moments like that where we like, you know, where like some trendy things become trendy and you're just like don't get it or don't really need it or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about like specifically like large shifts in like consumer electronic, like market, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Like for example, yeah, oh, I'm too old to learn a smartphone or something, or
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'm too old to do it, because like if holograms become like the norm of communication in 30 years, like for
Yeah.
some reason,
Yeah.
then I feel like I would also learn how to do that, you know.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. I mean, yeah, you gotta just, if you're open-minded, I feel like you're getting with the times and you're hip. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for my mom also was very has been very hesitant, like using a smartphone or whatever hasn't been a thing for most of her life, but now she's managing it, and like laptops and computers also.
I mean, I guess you can say the same
And
about us.
yeah, so
We haven't been using smartphones for most of our lives, I think.
uh
Yeah. I
well,
mean, maybe half. For me personally, probably like half
I
of my
mean,
life I've
yeah,
been
I think
using smartphones.
half also for me or something, but it's like,
It's crazy to think about.
yeah, but anyway, yeah. um there's still some, but some people, and yeah, again, my, I don't know, my mom's colleagues who are like also 60, that they're like swearing nope. It's more like 70 actually. uh they are like, nope, I completely refuse to use a computer at my job.
Mhm.
And since doctors are basically like needed, they can't do
Mhm.
anything about it, then like, fine, I guess you're gonna have your pencil and paper, I guess, then, or something.
Mhm. Yeah, like that's what I'm exactly talking about. Like living in an environment that uh, utilizes these things
Mm-hmm.
constantly for so many different things, especially nowadays. You know, if we think about this, like specific smartphones or computers as well. You know, but you use computers for like everything, and like out of principle, not wanting to, yeah, engage
Oh.
with them in any way. Because again, it's not that complicated to learn. You know, the whole point of a lot of like what companies do that make computers and stuff are just like optimizing user experience, so it's easier for people to kind of onboard, you know, and kind of understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
All
just, you know,
right.
like their mindset, so they don't feel like they need it.
Yeah. So,
Very interesting.
life tip: uh, don't ever stop learning, I guess,
Yeah,
is my recommendation. So, if
yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to feel young, that's how I
Hmm.
do it. I don't know.
It's also exciting, yeah, like when new stuff like happens and you're like, oh, like this thing. When I first tried VR, it was like, oh, this is like a cool thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sort of gimmicky a little bit, but like I see it, and like it's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
And like when is it? Maybe like 4 years ago, I tried VR for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And like at this point, I would like to maybe like buy myself a headset at some point in the future.
Yeah,
And
that's what I meant basically, because we haven't tried. Like, yes, we have had a headset, like a demo, some kind of video on the headset or something, but we haven't
yeah,
like, I don't know, thought about how to use it, because we are just basically watching a movie or something basically at this point,
yeah,
just with
we're
a,
far from like the pinnacle of how you can use VR.
yeah, but they are mostly like, if you, we haven't had like, oh, there is this game that I really want to try out, and that's, for me, it's like when you gonna like choose what to do with it, then that's
Hmm.
like, I don't know, trying out a VR headset, for me at least. I don't know. All right. Anyway. Lotus
That's
Film
pretty good
is
too.
very eager to get into the news, and already shared news article actually, about Toyota nears mass production. Okay, I will. Oh, yeah. Toyota nears mass production of solid state batteries. Yes. This is a news article that I didn't include, but it's not like, when it's here, I would have reported it, but yeah, they are like, Toyota has been the biggest holdout for electric vehicles. Technically, they have a electric vehicle. or two of them technically. Anyway, this is one of them, the most prominent one. The BZ4X is the name, which is also a horrible name, but sure. And there was some issues that the wheels were falling off, so yeah, not the greatest.
Not ideal for moving vehicles.
Yeah, not the greatest thing.
Probably want your wheels to stay
yeah
where they're supposed to.
Yeah, so they had some setbacks, and but yeah, Toyota, one of the biggest car manufacturers now, is like actually like, okay, let's do this whole EV thing, I guess, or something. And yes, solid state batteries are a big thing. So basically, the TLDR, if you don't know what solid state batteries are, it's basically replacing the metal part with some other metal part inside the battery, which is way more, way better. Basically, range better, charge cycles better. It's lighter, and it's all around better. Basically, the reduces cobalt, I believe, also maybe in the. Oh, I can't remember the details, but yeah. Is it maybe in the article? I haven't read this article, but
yeah, well,
yeah, I have this short-term memory thing because I read an article and I know exactly. I'm pretty sure I have talked about solid-state batteries, but and why they are good and all that stuff. But as soon as the stream is over, like, yeah, I don't know anything about it anymore.
It's like studying for an exam.
Yeah.
You study, then you do the exam, and it's like, okay. Anyway, wait.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
For that.
But yeah, solid state batteries are an absolutely huge thing that needs to happen, basically, because again, solid state batteries have a range of 1,200 kilometers. Theoretically, but that's they need to have buffers, and you can't use all the battery because that's not healthy for the battery anyway. So anyway, and that's why I didn't include the story, because they will mass produce it in like 3 years, so they're still ways away.
On the episode
or like
300, we will talk about it.
Yes.
When it's happening.
Yeah, but that's absolutely a big thing that Toyota says, like, yes, we have the technology right now. Yeah, the big problem. By the way, making one car, not a problem actually. Making a million cars, that's a huge problem actually. That's why all the EV things are like basically still slow. But nevertheless, I have some very exciting electric vehicle news actually this week that I was like, what? So meet the newest, cheapest electric vehicle that is actually pretty good. So,
oh my god,
Citroen, which is the French car brand, Citroen EC3 is the name. So, yeah. And it has a kind of a new logo. So, in case you don't know what this car, this is this one, but just newer. So, if you have seen this car, then this is the new, younger, hotter Zoomer car, I guess, or something. So, and basically the headline is 23,000 euros is the car, which is like actually insane in terms of, okay. So, yes, there have been cheaper EV cars. Okay, the Dacia Spring comes to mind, which is a 20,000 euro car. Yes, but it has only a 25 kilowatt hour battery, and which is like 160 kilometer real range, which is kinda not great. So basically a smaller battery and like you can get like a 20,000 euro car, but it will be like kinda not great. So, but this one has a 44 kilowatt hour battery, which means like 350 kilometers range, which is like proper go like do stuff with your car. So this is basically my car. So the huge news article headline is like basically every single car that has this kind of a battery is coming out with a 30,000 price tag, 30,000 euros, and this is somehow like 7,000, 8,000 cheaper somehow. I don't know.
Cool.
Which is exciting, very very cool. So
you can have
the how they can achieve this price is basically with two things. Well, they have good efficiency, and that means they can like put a lower battery, like a 44 kilowatt hour battery, which is basically the same as in my Nissan Leaf, but it doesn't go like 300 something kilometers. It goes more like 200. So efficiency is very good, and it has a cute tiny motor in the front. Where is it? They showed off the motor also somewhere in the video.
the only smaller 600 and the one.
Can I find this one?
It's
yes.
83 kilowatts. It's like a Harley in the city. That little motor, by the way.
Yes, very cute tiny motor, but it's not like a super like slow car or anything. So it's pretty. It's it's as fast as my car. So all good. I mean. And when it's light, it's good. And this car is light. Anyway, yeah. And so efficiency, and also maybe the other thing also is some cars are completely removing the center screen from the console in the car, and they are just expected. They're just gonna put like a USB Type-C port into the place where the screen would be, and it's expected to be using your phone as a GPS, music, whatever entertainment device, basically. So you just connect your phone into there, and your phone becomes the screen, and that's it. Basically, that's how they keep the cost down. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. So, sorry.
I don't hate that idea.
Yeah, I don't hate that idea also, if you can like, because again, all the infotainment systems, all the screens that are in the cars are mostly crap, because they want to have their own iPhone moment there or something, and they usually almost always basically like screw it up anyway. So yeah.
You just connect, have a iPad, not stand, but you know, so you can suspend an iPad in air and just like some magnetic stand, and you just like boop, and then you have yourself a GPS and everything that you.
Yeah. And I have done that also. I have tried like rocking an iPad on the dash actually, but the biggest problem with that is people can. I was afraid it might get stolen, because a free iPad from your car. Smash window, take iPad. Nice, 200 euros.
Right. In my mind, it would be like, you know, something that you put and then you take it with you.
Yeah, but then you have to take your iPad every time. Which is like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it has to be, if you want to have The other problem that I ran into also was actually that my music, because most of my music listening I'm doing on my phone, so I'm liking all the playlists and stuff, and well, technically it's easy to. Oh no, that's actually that can be synced with the. But the other one was the SIM card, so you have to have a separate SIM card for internet connection technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you go the route of like hotspotting the iPad with your phone all the time to have internet connection. So both are not ideal, because I'm the sort of guy who just enters the car and I just want to go right away. I don't want to set up a hotspot, connect to the iPad, and Anyway, what's going on with Lotus Film?
Yeah. Well, they're all equally shit. So
yeah. So
pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah. So, but if you can load it with 10 minutes, then trigger. They're using less lithium. Most EVs are faster than. If there is a good place for phone, then it's not bad at all. Yeah. Device, or is Android Auto better? It's same thing but different screen. Android Auto, the same thing compared to Apple CarPlay, do you mean? Or do you mean Android Auto is, well, there's the new Google initiative where Google is like going to Volvo is one of the biggest examples of like Google is like, we will do the whole thing of the entertainment system. Don't you do anything, basically, and we will do the whole thing by ourselves. And that's called Google Automotive, which is very suspicious, very confusingly similar to Android Auto, but they are different things technically. So Android Auto and Android Android Automotive. Not maybe I said Google Automotive, but Android Automotive. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So the future of in-car OS. So that's what I mean. So this is a Volvo. Yeah. Again, that's what I. So the Google is doing the whole software thing basically. So. And it's called Android Automotive. Oh my god. Not Google. Jesus. Anyway. So that's not like plugging into your phone or anything. So that's running locally on the... You don't have to pair your phone anything at all. If you pair your phone, that's Android Auto. Anyway. I hope that clears things up if that wasn't... Yeah, Android Auto is like your phone. Yes. And Android Automotive is the nothing to do with the phone and just running on the phone.
That's not confusing at all.
Yeah, the name is like horrible. Android Auto and Android Automotive. Oh, come on. What? But anyway. The news here is, yes, the Citroen 23,000 euros, which is really cheap. Awesome. He shows the price also somewhere. Yeah, anyway. 83 kilowatts of power. So, not like a slow car. Like, 11 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour. It's plenty. I don't know. The look is kind of boxy. I don't really necessarily like how the car looks, but if it's cheap, it's cheap. I feel like. It's very like crossover-y, like city crossover, whatever they are usually doing. Anyway,
I'm so far removed
Very
from
fetching.
cars that like
yeah.
they just look, Lamborghinis look aesthetically pleasing, but like if your car's not Lamborghini, then it doesn't really matter what it looks like.
Yeah. That's what most people pretty much. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a car person either, so it takes me from one stop to another. If it has some niceties, it's nice. If it doesn't, it's okay also. Meh. I just yeah, if it plays music, if it shows me where I have to go, that's about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
If it's runs cheap, if I can get my full tank of gas for €4, nice. I love that. Instead of like 50-60 euros
Mm-hmm.
full tank. Well, I mean, okay, it's my tank of gas is technically very very little also, but anyway, yeah, €2 for 100 kilometers. That's the equivalent of
Sounds pretty good. to me.
€2 for going to Tallinn. That's pretty good, I would say. All right. Let's move on to. Oh yeah. Okay. I googled also that that technically this car is from the Stellantis group, which have all kinds of like car brands, different ones, but and it's even competing with some other cars in the same mother brand, which is called Stellantis. Yes, Seem, you should buy some solar for summer. Yes, it is in the works. It is in the works. Now I have finally the roof replaced. So this was a kind of a crucial step to have some solar panels finally. Anyway, yeah. All right, let's move on to some Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite is the new name for the Apple Silicon killer or something.
Oh no!
Just yawn. Looks like so. The answer to Apple Silicon, yes. They held a like a presentation on stage or whatever. Wi-Fi headphones. What do you mean? Snapdragon X Elite. Is that
Did they have
did they have headphones on the stage? I don't know. Anyway, they showed off a slide which
Does it have a lot of nondescript comparison charts that don't tell you anything?
Yeah, they had that also, but they had one chart. Well, they have their own twist to the non-descriptive charts. This is pretty descriptive, but so single threaded
It literally says M2 Max. Nice.
M2 Max. They compared it to the M2 Max. So this and only single threaded. And only, and here's the catch, on Linux. Which is like okay.
Wow, amazing.
Wow. So not even on Windows, because yeah, Windows is like also horrible. But yeah, because yeah, it's not gonna be running on Linux, or I guess.
Wait, so is the M2 Max also running Linux, or or is it on Mac?
Think so, yeah, because there was a lot of fine print. That's how they get you basically. Yeah. There's a lot of fine print on the stage even. But yeah, that's what they were like leaving out. All these performance gains, and it's way faster than Apple, but only in Linux, which is like okay. And anyway, this is still the and in one application also. That's also in the fine print. The application was was it? Was it Blender? Oh no.
Another thing that I was thinking randomly about Just random thought.
Yes.
There are no more programs anymore.
Oh.
Right.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
all
mean-
it's all applications now.
Yeah, but that's also, we don't have any emoticons anymore. We have emojis now or something.
Emoticons was always a stupid word,
But
but yeah. But it used to be that like applications are like the mobile stuff, just like the simple mobile apps, and then programs are like it's the programs, But now it's just all
yeah,
applications.
I mean,
I mean, I'm not hating it. I'm just saying that
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
how.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, yeah, they you have to have the new buzzword, I guess, because yeah,
That's how.
what even emojis was like, was it? Oh, what was the before emoticons? There was even something more. Even some other term, and then were there emoticons, and then emojis. So, but these are all like just pictures, basically, and that's how I feel about apps and programs and applications. Basically, the same. Also,
Oh, yeah, just semantics, but
this
yeah.
is also a computer, basically. I don't know. This is also a computer. I don't know. It's has RAM. It has storage. It has flash memory.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Just got news that they got a new chip for Wi-Fi headphones to make them into a new level. No Bluetooth anymore. Wait, what? I didn't see that. Wi-Fi headphones. Snapdragon turns your Wi-Fi to take wireless earbuds and headphones to the next level. S7 Pro chip will keep your earbuds playing music across Wi-Fi networks, even if you leave your phone behind. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, this is the... Oh, did I put it in here? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, because they announced also technically some seamless features, but I guess this is one of them. Some Apple ecosystem type of features where you can like airdrop or whatever. Technically, that's baked into the Qualcomm chip also. So the Orion cores, I guess, that they are calling Qualcomm Orion. But anyway, yeah. So maybe the ARM world has, well, maybe they will overtake Apple, or maybe they will not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, for now, only on Linux, only in one application, and only on single-threaded performance. So very specific. We'll see. But they made a huge deal, yeah.
So, who are they?
Qualcomm is providing mostly, yeah, like laptops and phones.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I feel like it would be a tough sell for laptop manufacturers to switch from Intel.
well, technically they can be put in a whatever also, because even the Apple M chips are also in a Mac Mini, a Mac Pro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So technically they can put it, but yeah, so it's a chip.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, if you are a hardware manufacturer and you have an option of choosing like AMD or Intel hardware, and there's this random thing that Qualcomm is peddling.
Yeah, so so basically what they're since they're comparing themselves to Apple, it's more like the price to performance angle, as I understand, because there are faster chips than the Apple chips out there from Intel and AMD, but they are very power hungry also compared to Apple chips. But the big claim to fame is like in mobile, devices like laptops and phones and stuff, you need like the perfect, like the most amount of performance with the least amount of battery life. So yeah.
Also, another big caveat. So, is this an ARM-based chip?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
So it's dead in the water because
yeah.
ARM
Because
on Windows doesn't function.
ARM on Windows is
Windows on
just
ARM doesn't function.
it's basically a bag of farts lighted on fire. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Garbage. Yes.
No wonder they were testing it in Linux.
So yeah.
So basically, now what needs to happen is Microsoft needs to figure out Windows on ARM,
Yeah.
which is going to take like 5 years.
Yeah. Or
And then maybe at that point, maybe it will be feasible.
yeah. Windows 17 will have
full support for ARM
full
chips. Yeah.
full support
Cue
for
the fuck. What was the name of that ARM thing that Microsoft made that was terrible? Some Surface, Surface X or something.
Yeah.
Cue the B-roll.
Nice.
Which was, like, completely dumpster fire.
ARM-based Surface devices, Pro X. Yeah.
Pro X, Surface Pro X, yes, that's the one.
Good memory. I
remember because it was such a huge disappointment that like literally like video after video on YouTube, people were like testing it, like, no, this is trash. This is trash hunty. And it also cost like a lot of money. It was like a full-on like laptop price device. And it was just like trash, basically.
Yeah, $900 for basically the MacBook Air.
Not only was it trash at launch,
Mm-hmm.
it also didn't go anywhere because Microsoft just couldn't be bothered like doing anything.
Yeah.
Like I mean, in terms of like, you know, optimizing Windows for the device they themselves made, so it was just like dead on arrival immediately. So yeah, I mean, sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot of. I'm curious. They must have spent shit ton of money on R&D in these chips. Qualcomm, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But what are they banking on? Like
that Microsoft
that
will
suddenly will stop being shit.
Yeah, that Microsoft will, I don't know, stop being a horrible company. Unless
because technically, as you said, these are like mobile chips, so they could be put into other things, right?
Well,
So
mobile also means whatever these days, but yeah.
So this could go into like a pro tablet or something, right?
This could go also to a VR headset, technically, also, where price to battery / performance matters a lot. So
yeah. So it's like some sort of like Meta Quest.
And you're not bound to the Windows operating system, because Windows doesn't have like a good headset unless you want to have like, I don't know. Did they have like some kind of a headset OS? I don't think so. No. They're gonna just
Windows specifically? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
There's the Valve OS for Index.
Yeah.
I'm sure other headsets probably have. I mean, they all work through Windows, except for Meta. I'm not sure what Meta runs on, but it can like run games locally, so it could be Linux. Or it could be also some kind of weird version of Windows. Also. Okay, and from this angle, I guess it makes more sense, but
yeah, at its high peak, they will go into TV boxes from China. Yeah, exactly. Those like 16K, 180 hertz super Android boxes, and you get one for 50 euros or something, and turns out the software is like absolute garbage, because the specs are really good for the money, but the software is just like bleh. So because that's why they're cheap, because you get like good specs for the money, but those no-name Chinese TV box manufacturers are like They don't know shit about software.
The more I think about this presentation, the funnier it becomes.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
from these angles, it makes sense. From like headsets or tablets or like high-end like mobile electronics.
Yeah.
Maybe make well, again, it's all like crashes against the immovable obstacle of Windows. I was gonna say some kind of Windows laptop with no fans and stuff like that. If they really are like this kind of level of efficiency, but again, that's just not gonna happen. But like
Yeah.
they're comparing it against M2 Max, which is found where? You have it in MacBook Pros, right? You have it in
MacBook
Mac Studio,
Pros, Mac Studio, and
Mac Pro.
the Mac Pro. I think the Mac Mini also.
Mac Mini can also have. So basically a wide range of hardware, but with Mac M2 Max you go for like higher end, like creatives and people who work with like editing and like stuff like that.
And
But again,
maybe Apple Vision Pro 2 also.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
Okay, again. But like if you compare it to this like high end Mac based hardware.
Yep.
And like it will never be put into like high-end Windows-based hardware, at least not right now.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But this is kind of what they're like the angle that they're choosing for the presentation. I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
But good for you, Qualcomm. You do that.
Qualcomm just signed some kind of pretty major agreement with Apple also. That.
Yeah, that's true. I heard something like that about some new chip that they will put into.
Yeah. That the Apple. Yeah. Qualcomm. What was it? Apple for chip supply, but which one? The 5G modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple is still not ready to do their own 5G chips, I guess, and it's gonna be the contract is for at least until 2026, which is like, okay, that's pretty, even in like 3 years, Apple is still saying that they're not ready to provide their own chips because that's what they are. That's the ultimate goal, right? The all Apple phone all the time, every single time. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, Qualcomm just snagged like a major deal with Apple basically with this one. All right. Anyway, yeah. So we'll see if the Microsoft or like Android M1 Mac moment is going to happen or not, and we'll see. So
it's really not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason why it works for Apple is because they've been working for this for decades.
The hardware.
They are in charge of hardware. And
the hardware and the software needs to. Yeah, they need to coexist. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Qualcomm do anything that Apple don't reach his goal. Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's go over to Star Citizen Squadron 42 campaign is feature complete after 11 years. Is Star Citizen finally coming out after 11 years?
In fairness, this isn't even the longest development cycle we've seen.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sure there were games that were in development for more than 11 years.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, maybe I thought you have some examples of. But yeah, I'm not that familiar with game development. But yeah, the Star Citizen has been famously one of the biggest projects. Again,
actually not that many. Of course, the famous one that I knew is Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, okay.
Which is like just nobody cared, and it came out and flopped and was terrible, basically.
Yeah, it's right in the name also. Forever.
Yeah. It took forever. It took 15 years. Yes.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 apparently was in development for 11 years.
Ooh.
Uh,
Wow. Okay.
Prey on Xbox 360. Okay. So not that many.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
up there.
It's up there.
Well,
Yeah.
again, the caveat that this is just the campaign, right?
And again, okay, so they are completely. They are. To be fair, the game is now in Polish state, or
So in about
Polish.
7 years, the game gonna be
So
released?
yeah, another 11 years, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So they're polishing it, whatever that means in Star Citizen talk. Yeah.
This game is so wild.
So and they, of course,
I hope somebody will make a documentary about this game.
Yeah, just imagine the game comes out and it's just, it's okay.
I don't know anyone who
That
cares
would,
about Star Citizen who isn't already playing the game.
well,
You know,
yeah,
who didn't back it on Kickstarter and who isn't like invested into this alpha, beta, whatever state it is in right now.
yeah.
Because it is playable, and you know, people who backed it can somehow play it. Yes.
Yeah, I have played it for I don't know, an hour or something. I think I just wanted to see like how is it, and yeah, there were a lot of glitches, and I didn't understand basically anything because it was like I felt like I should watch like 20 tutorials first and then I can play probably or something.
Yeah, it's like a super sweaty simulator.
Yeah, it's yeah. And I understood that yes, this is technically more of a simulator game than like a game, and I understood that, but it still was like, wow, this doesn't feel as fun as I expected.
Of course, they're not supposed to be feel fun. They're supposed to feel annoying. That's the whole point of simulators.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, good for you, Star Citizen. Good for you.
the Polish police car. Yes, thank you for that, lots of film. So yeah, and of course they asked Chris Roberts, who is the main guy at Star Citizen. They asked, okay, so when does it come out?
Yeah, I was also gonna ask.
And he's like, I don't know, basically. So he didn't.
Really?
He didn't even give like anything. Yeah, no. It's done when it's done.
Okay, so the campaign is now in Polish
campaign, phase. Yes.
Well, it can mean anything from like 6 months to a year, basically. Yeah. So.
But it's Star Citizen also at the same time.
Yeah. In Star Citizen terms, it can be another 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. We'll see.
I will probably not play it.
Bug fixing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
The most I will give this game is that I'll go and watch a review on YouTube about it. That's the maximum amount of attention this game deserves.
Yeah, I will probably also watch something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Some kind of a...
I'm sure Digital Foundry will make a cool video about the tech in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully
why did it take so long?
Why did it take so long? I'm not sure. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's nothing to do with the actual ambition of the game, but just like, again, just people who have no idea how to manage anything, managing a game.
Maybe, yeah. All right.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, speaking of gaming, the new PS5 detachable disc drive needs an internet connection for setup. Say what? Does Sony doesn't know what a USB is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you buy the new PS5 and the disc attachment, you need to have an internet connection. So I don't know, sends an email to the Sony servers or whatever that, please, sir, can I pair with the console, please? And the Sony is granting the wish, and then you can finally insert the disc, I guess. Which you still probably need to update, like a 20 gigabyte update, because all the games have like 20 gigabyte updates or something. Even after you install the game from the disk or something. Anyway, but come on. So this is not a big deal, of course, but this is more like in the future when Sony decides to like kill the disk drive authentication server or whatever in the far future somewhere at some point. Then your disk drive can't get married to your PS5 anymore, which sucks. But I guess so. After 30 years, it's useless. Yes, or you have to use some server emulator for repository. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It's and this was spotted actually from I don't know, Charlie Intel. I don't know who this the guy is, but he posted a picture from the box of a Sony PlayStation 5. Internet. Oh yeah, this is a little bit small. Can I make it a little bigger? Oh my god, Twitter is actually horrible. Oh my god, it dynamically adjusts.
It blows up the UI, but not the actual thing you want to actually enhance zoom into. I love that.
Oh. Anyway,
oh my god.
I don't know
the
how.
launch of this thing has been so terrible.
So
I don't know. I just have so many thoughts about this the whole discourse, but at the same time, I can't believe that we're talking about it in these terms specifically, like from this angle of video game preservation. It just feels to me that I feel like I'm crazy. But I feel like everybody else is going crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like, okay, first of all, this feature exists so that you wouldn't run burnt Blu-rays on PS5. AKA like as you would do like on PlayStation 2 or something, right? Which was like piracy was huge during PS2 days because it was very easy to pirate games.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's designed to, to have only original stuff all the time. Yeah.
Which is fair, I feel like.
Yeah. It's fair. Yeah. Sony wants to make money. That's like their whole thing.
I don't feel like it's unreasonable.
But
the point about it making like server shutting down and like you wouldn't be able to use your PS5 in 30 years. Like, yeah. You probably wouldn't. You know, how can a console manufacturer give you a 30-year warranty on your consumer electronics of any kind?
No need to give warranty. People just want to play their childhood memory, and if they have the console,
and they will be able to do that through emulation. Like, this is the thing I don't understand, because a lot of this discourse crashes against like preservation of games.
Yeah.
But the preservation of games will never happen through original hardware because it's not sustainable, because it's not going to function in perpetuity. Like, this is what I don't understand, because like if you want to watch like 1920s cinema or something.
But it could. If the internet connection thing wouldn't be there, then it could.
No, but it's not gonna, like, a spinning drive is not gonna last for 30 years.
Well,
if you use it all the time,
they can preserve it in like some kind of an acid that they have.
If you do have original hardware, like even the oldest hardware has like different, things that would prevent you from playing them perpetually. Like every NES cartridge has a battery in it.
Mm-hmm.
which will die eventually, and it will maybe take 10 years. This is what they are like standardized against, like 10 years of warranty. And I
Yeah,
guess still some cartridges function to this day, and maybe they'll function some like later.
yeah, and you can
But again,
replace the battery inside it also technically. But if
yeah, but
there's no server, you can't replace anything. It doesn't function anymore. Well, yeah, I get what you're
I get
saying.
it, yes, but
There are
like,
like absolutely just 3 people that will care about the
you cannot.
PS5 in 30 years. But those 3 people, like,
Yeah, exactly. But like, if we are operating under the assumption that all consoles will be backward compatible with each other moving forward, which they should be, then that's not going to be a
mm,
problem at all. Because you're not going to keep your PlayStation 5 when PlayStation 6 comes out, because your PlayStation 6 will play all the PlayStation 5 and 4 games. And this is what we have to, like, I feel like, push for, you know, because this is how we preserve our libraries, not through like keeping antiquated hardware in our closets, but through software, which these companies themselves are pushing, providing us access to the software that we bought on the hardware that they are releasing in the future. So you will be able to play all your games on PS6, and when PS7 comes out, you will be able to play all your games on PS7, and so on and so forth, for as long as there are PlayStations. And if at some point there is no more PlayStations for some reason, then at that point, I guess emulation will get to the point where you'll be able to just emulate these games.
well, but if Sony and Nintendo decide that emulation is cool after all, but yeah, so far.
Yeah, but it already exists.
Yeah, it exists, but it's not the sanctioned Sony way, I suppose. But
but again, yeah, but that's why we have to push for backward compatibility on software.
Yeah,
because this is how you preserve games. Because until recently, and like it's still happening, because I am quite sure that the new Nintendo console will not be backward compatible, which would be a huge mistake. But this is kind of how I'm feeling it's gonna happen, because Nintendo loves reselling old games for $70, more than anyone else. I feel like. But like, it shouldn't be like that, because again, you already paid for the software, and in in many regards, the only reason why a PlayStation 5 had backward compatibility was because people were like, well, it has to, because Microsoft is doing it, and they've been doing this for a long time. And I already spent like thousands of dollars on your PlayStation 4 console, so why wouldn't I be able to play this older game that I have on this newer piece of hardware that is basically the same as the old hardware, but just more powerful? So what is the actual like logical reason why I shouldn't be able to play it? And Sony was like, well, I guess so, But again, this console will probably continue to run on the same architecture moving forward, because they are basically PC towers. They're just on.
yeah.
So there's no reason, like, hardware-wise, why they shouldn't be able to be backward compatible. So again,
absolutely, but
pressure them.
But still,
because like I'm thinking because PC gaming is all fully digital and has been for a long time. And yes, there was a lot of drama around that as well, and I'm sure there's like 2 people on the planet who are still pissed about the fact that we don't have spinning disk drives in our PCs anymore.
I mean, they have just an external drive. Those people also.
I guess so.
Yeah,
They still prefer to install games and input CD keys and stuff like that. But fundamentally, I mean, probably controversial opinion, the switch to like software, like what's the name? Like this moving away from like disk-based PC games, kind of made like PC gaming space better, more streamlined. And yes, we can say that like Valve is kind of de facto monopolizing the space, and it has many other problems, but like it is a lot less of a mess, I feel like.
Well, that's in the developed world, yes, absolutely, I agree. But in some not so developed worlds where the internet is like actually not great, I have many articles pointing about like yeah, you can get your games only on a disc, basically. So, I mean, all the South African countries, basically, which they the huge cities, of course, they have like decent internet, but some rural areas, not great internet, and and the internet data caps are a thing apparently also, and
Well,
yeah,
but then you need to improve your infrastructure.
well,
Like,
yeah,
why should Sony be held hostage, or like any companies, to your shitty infrastructure?
well,
And
yeah,
data
but
caps, like, are you kidding me? Data caps.
well,
Why do
yeah,
they exist in the year 2023?
well, yeah,
Current year argument.
the US was also promised 20 years ago that we will have like fiber internet to every single home, and that was
Well, you don't need anything near fiber internet to play games.
yeah, but
Like, we're
again,
not talking about
my
some arcane, like, lightning speeds, you know?
yes, my point is the government don't care that
Yeah,
much.
again, I am failing to see how this is Sony's problem specifically.
This well, this is not this is not Sony's problem, but this is the people's problem that want to play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony,
But I mean,
Sony doesn't care. Yeah, you just need internet. That's it.
sure. I mean, okay. Well, yes, we can say that, in like developing countries and stuff like that. But we are talking about like premium hardware for like a super expensive hobby. It's not like because this is what it is. Gaming is like a super expensive hobby that it can be as expensive, but it's not like cheap. Because even the cheapest hardware that you will need to do it is like still sizable investment. And this is kind of where Sony is moving for, I feel like. And this is kind of what I feel like if the economy remains the same, it's kind of going to be even more so in the future.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's not great. Like ideally you would, as many people as possible be able to play games, which is where we get into like streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
But like specifically for like hardware, that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. All right. You can. That's why. If you're cheap, yeah, You can play open source games. All right, but yeah.
You can do all kinds of things. You can subscribe to Game Pass. You can do like many things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are poor, then you just pirate games. That's like a perfectly valid thing to do. If you want to play games but you just simply can't afford to buy them, I feel like it's totally fine. Because life is what it is. So if you have the hardware that you can play games technically, and again, to hardware, PC is basically what we are talking about at this point. But like you cannot afford to buy like $60 games or $30 games, then just pirate them. It's fine. But again, like consoles are even more constricted in this way because they are like platform locked. So the platform holders have complete authority over like pricings and sales and everything. So they are kind of like this premium sort of quote unquote option if you want to play games. But yeah, there are other ways, of course.
I'm Loads Films just sent me
and yes, to the point that it's not the same. Of course, it's not the same because this is how media work. If we watch, I don't know, silent cinema from 1950s, it's not the same as what it was in 1950s. It's just an approximated version of what it was like to watch that movie in 1950s, thanks to the magics of like AI upskillings and modern tech. Like we can experience these things through an emulation, if you will. Although it's not the same because it's not rendering in real time, but still, it's like sort of approximately similar to emulation. And again, these things are preserved in digital form. These movies and TV shows and like all stuff like that, which is how it should be because this is our like we live in a digital age, and this is our like biggest asset, and it allows us to preserve all these things. But like I feel like so many people are like stuck on the idea of like, oh, but like my disc, my disc. I just feel like it's a complete red herring. Honestly, it's just like completely diverting our attention from what we actually should be talking about and pushing corporations to do.
I don't know. I guess we're different that way. Yeah, I'm also in the sense of yeah, we technically could listen to some people like to collect vinyls because of that, because they want to have the real feel and the real discs and the tactile feel, and the discs are not that durable also, but yeah, they just
Again,
like
that's not really the same because you have contemporary vinyl players. But what these people want to happen is to have these hardware be supported for the rest of times, like the actual hardware. The NESs and Atari 2600s and stuff like that.
No, not necessarily. Technically, Sony can like if they really want to shut down the server, for example, they can issue an update like, okay, no longer the authentication required or something. They can technically do that also, and they don't have to.
They could only in the unlikely scenario that PlayStation 6 will not be backward compatible with PlayStation 5, which is just not gonna happen, I don't believe. But if it is, then like it's a non-issue. And I feel like again, as I said, we have to push for the future where that is the case, where every single game you bought on your PlayStation 5 will be by default playable in 4, 5, 6 years when PlayStation 6 comes out. Day one, boom, just download it and play it. Because this is how we preserve games. Because this is how they're preserved on computer, like on PC.
Yeah, but servers do get shut down sometimes.
Yeah, but the point is you won't need your PlayStation 5 at that point. You probably won't have your PlayStation 5 at that point, because why would you? You know, when we upgraded to PlayStation 5 and I realized that there is not a single game that is left behind that I could care about hypothetically in any amount of time in the future, just sold our PlayStation 4. I mean, we still have our PlayStation 3 because, again, to the point, because it's built on some arcane architecture that is impossible to emulate almost. And you have to have like a supercomputer to emulate. And again, it's up to Sony, and so many games are held hostage by PlayStation 3 and are not available on PlayStation 4 and by extension on PlayStation 5. But again, it's because they decided to go this arcane route, which is a lot of consoles of the past were doing. But not right now, not in the moment, because they are, the company settled on the idea that, yes, consoles are computers. PlayStation 4 came out in 2013. In 2023, you can play every single game basically that you had on your PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So when PlayStation 6 comes out in whatever 2027, 8.
Yeah.
What should happen is that all your games that you bought starting from 2013 onward will be playable in 2028.
That
and
would be
so on and
nice.
so forth. Because again, there's no reason why PlayStation 6 should not be compatible with PlayStation 5 and 4.
Yeah, that would be nice, but
Mhm.
I think you have more faith in Sony
No,
than
I'm not.
me.
I don't have faith. It's like this is what people should be pushing for.
Well,
Like this
yeah,
is the more
but
productive way to direct our
yeah,
drive for preservation than to be like, oh well, I have this hard drive which is only compatible with a single piece of hardware. And what if in 30 years I have this piece of hardware, I want to play it, but it doesn't work anymore? And I'm like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because again, this is a specific peripheral that I'm sure will only function on this one specific piece of hardware.
you can you can copy it to multiple places also to just mitigate the risk of like, yes, absolutely, hard drives can fail, but so can basically everything else. Everything can fail. Yes, absolutely. But the more copies you make, the less likely it will fade away. Why not have both? Why not have
copies of what?
servers?
I mean, at that point, you are talking about emulation, which is again.
No, just copies.
You cannot copy PlayStation 5 games. Like, what is this? This is piracy at this point.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, if you bought it, like.
Yeah, well, still piracy. If you copy it and give it to your friends, it's piracy. You know, because you bought it and you have it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying that piracy is like, you know.
I mean, more crossplay thing. That if I bought it on one store, I can play it on the other, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not really a case. Again, we're talking about PlayStation console with PlayStation disk drive with PlayStation 5. Right? So you will never be able to copy those games unless Sony allows it, which they won't, because it's their platform.
Yes. Okay. Let's move. Oh.
Because, well, my last point. Because what happens now is that you have these other third parties who are creating hardware that is capable of emulating old consoles, like retro consoles. Because again, at that point in time, you had manufacturers creating these arcane architectures that were impossible to, like, you know, forward into like the next generation. And that's fair enough. You have your arcs, you have your like software emulation, you have hardware emulation that runs these games, and that's totally okay. But like, there's no reason for that to happen anymore, because like the software has matured to the point where it can be just exist, you know, and be playable on future consoles, unless of course a company like Sony will make an unlikely decision to again try some new arcane tech. You know, maybe we'll have ARM-based consoles or something in the future, which will make the software unplayable.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because technology changes so much in a couple of years, I feel like. And that's why we have CPUs basically only supported 2 CPUs per motherboard or something. And that has been the standard for like so many. 14. The 14th gen is out, and it's basically still like this. Like the CPU comes out, it supports 2 generations of motherboards, and they are still like, okay, we changed basically everything to have way more performance for everything to be better. But we kind of have to buy a new motherboard, kind of that way. So yeah, it is what it is. And yeah.
I mean, if we do end up in a situation where we have a completely different architecture for everything, which is crazy pants, because that would also mean that probably PC will also be a completely different architecture, which is again, you know, different architecture is what ARM, which we already established is not happening in the near future. Well, again, at that point, we'll just go back to emulation, right, as the way to preserve these things. But yes, you will probably not be able to play the games that you quote-unquote bought on your PlayStation 5 or 4, whatever number will be at that point.
Yeah.
But you will have access to these games through emulation. Because, you know, I mean, it's just like, you know, 3DS closes store, already closed.
Wii U and 3DS stores.
So you will not be able to buy these games anymore.
Yeah.
And I have bought games in the past before.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, we hacked our 3DSs and we just have whatever emulation and games we want.
Yeah.
And yes, you know, we spent money on it, and it's like, oh well, why do we spend money on it if we could just like whatever hack it and do it like that? But like, that's just how it works, you know. And again, we have now these games quote unquote for free because, you know, yeah, you can just download them and it's very easy to hack Nintendo consoles. But like, you know, we don't really think about it like, oh, we wasted money on these games, but like we go kind of free because we're still supporting developers and studios who make them, and I feel like that's worthwhile in that sense. even though if over time we will like not hypothetically be able to access the software in the exact same original way that we have acquired it in, but maybe through some other way.
Yeah, Luna, sir. Yes, the manager wanted to say hi. Cute. Yes. All right. Let's move on because we have some other stuff, and it's all. Yeah, Luna and Sir. She's seeing herself in on the monitor. Yeah. All right. Apple will swap your iPhone 15 if has this problem. Oh my god, the sensationalist headline. But so basically, 2 weeks ago, I think, the iPhone 15 Pro had a speaker issue where it started very crackling and stuff. Turns out the iPhone 15 also has this issue. And it's also the same thing, basically. You might get a new phone and it might have this very same issue because it's kind of pretty usual to have these issues apparently on the iPhone 15 lineup. Yes, you needed to turn up the volume on some music or other audio, and the speaker started to spit out crackles and static sounds. And she got a new phone, and the new phone did exactly the same, basically. Which is, I don't know. So basically, this is a PSA of if you're wondering, like iPhone 15 Pro, these have the issues. The iPhone 15 has it also, I guess, and you can get a new iPhone 15 if you have this issue, I suppose.
It doesn't have the issue.
Sorry?
And I hope that the new one doesn't have it.
Yeah, well, but maybe if it does, then you can maybe change it for the second time, I suppose. But a lot of stores are. Oh, that's a lot of stores. If you're coming with the same issue with the new phone completely, they're like mostly like, okay, I don't believe you this time, basically, or something like that. But
well, thankfully, you can easily demonstrate it in this case.
Yeah, that's true. But again, the person usually at the table is like, I don't know, sounds fine to me, or something. I don't know, or whoever has a bad day at this point. It would be nice if Apple would recognize the issue and issue like some kind of a replacement program or something. But that would be like, okay, yes, Apple has acknowledged this is an issue or something. But apparently some not significant numbers have been shown to have this issue or something. And that's why they're not like free iPhones for everybody or something. Because they don't, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this pans out. But yeah, two of my closest friends actually have iPhone 15s now, actually. Because, yeah, the boring one, the iPhone 15, not the Pro one. Because they
have the issue?
I think not. They haven't mentioned it, so I'm guessing not. But yeah.
Kind of a mess of a launch there still. Feels like every other week we have some new problems surfacing.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know. This feels like the right move for both of us, that to not get the new phone, I guess, because Jesus Christ, there's some issues and some issues. All right, but how about an LCD dress which can change your outfit which looks like this, which is pretty. So, an Adobe scientist, whatever that means, she's a Adobe scientist. I don't know. Demonstrated this dress basically.
Traditional clothing, which is static. Primrose allows me to refresh my look in a moment.
It's do you know what this is giving me?
Yes.
This is giving me the energy of that concept car that how you could change the color of
Yeah. Yeah.
it. This is a lot more impressive though, can you imagine? It's like fabric, but also LCD screens. That is pretty cool. That's a lot cooler than the car. Changing color.
Yeah.
Again, probably unnecessary and stupid.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably cheaper to buy 100 dresses
Oh,
to make a dress like this.
yeah. So this is
But conceptually cool.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you have the money, I guess. This is
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
This
Just
will
like
be
a novelty.
like
You go to like Met Gala and you like have this like gown which like changes colors and shapes and stuff as you walk. I mean, I guess it could be a moment, but
yeah, I don't know.
as a viable commercial product, I am not seeing it.
So
But
if
it looks cool and it actually works quite well.
yeah,
As she demonstrated.
yeah, if you're walking down the street with filled with all the AR glasses that are recording you, maybe you can like hide yourself if you don't want to be recorded for the
Oh my god, yes, you blend with the environment.
for the chat GPTs of the world that you don't want to be another data point or something. Then you can like hide yourself. I'm a rock now. I can be anything I want. I can be a shiny lizard or something. I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very futuristic.
This is the cyberpunk that we have been waiting for, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, this is literally could be in cyberpunk. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Some cyberpunk news dropped also this week, but some updates, but small ones. Anyway, Volkswagen to end traditional petrol and diesel car sales in Norway this year. This is happening faster than I expected, basically. Just starting from next year. Yeah, beginning January 1st, 2024, Volkswagen will no longer sell ICE-powered vehicles in Norway, like petrol or diesel cars. Done. It's just done. Wow. Well, yeah. If you don't know, then Norway is like, 93% of all new cars registered in September are plug-ins. So basically, like, almost all of them are already like electric, basically, in Norway, because they have the money and they don't care. They will buy all the expensive cars. Well, I mean, and good cars.
It's almost as if having disposable income and economic stability and security will result in you making more environmentally friendly and choices in your life, which will probably be beneficial for the planet in the long run. Well, anyway, moving on. Where are the people who are yelling like, "Oh, but they're not the same as my diesel cars. Where's my diesel cars?" Are there people like that in Norway? No. Surely there's a few, right?
But they are right now hoarding the diesel cars into their garages for the.
So they have enough for
the next 3 years. 3 months. Wait, 2 months.
So they wouldn't run out of diesel cars for the rest of their lives because they want to experience the original experience of diesel / gasoline cars.
They are just right now building garages for the diesel cars that they are buying in the next 2 months. And that's what they're gonna drive.
Good for you.
I mean, every country has some petrol diesel car heads that will never drive electric or whatever, and please do. But most of you they will all buy electric cars. So anyway, it's all fine. It's a cheaper car in the long term. And again, the prices are coming down. Again, 23,000 euros for a
Still a lot of money.
decent, yes. But in terms of in the car world, that's every single EV has been starting from 30,000, and all the new cars are starting basically from 30,000 anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Like with some few exceptions that are, yes, technically you can get the cheap shitty car for 20,000, I guess. Yes. The 30-year-old car lasts longer than a modern petrol car. 30-year-old car lasts longer than a modern petrol. I don't know what that means. Like a 30-year-old electric car lasts longer than a modern petrol car, or I don't know what.
No, probably like vintage cars are last longer than like modern.
Cars. Okay, you mean like a yeah, old cars. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's
In my day, cars were better.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with refrigerators that were made in the whatever 60s, 70s. There's some some basic.
The fact that they work. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a difference between good and functional.
I mean, yeah. It's not like good, but it's like there's some fridges that have been promoted as if the nuclear bomb arrives, then this is a good way to hide yourself. No, I'm just
marketing.
60-year-old fridge. For there's some yeah. My fridge is 60 years old. No, this is a thing that they, the modern capitalized world that the new microwaves and the fridges, they last way less technically because they want to make more money, right? So you do. So instead of every 20 years to buy a new stove or something, why not buy a stove every 5 years or something? Because that's why it's designed that way to not last like 20, 30 years or something. But the old ones were like, this microwave going from 78 still going strong. The freezers 35 years old. Anyway, I
mean, these everlasting appliances probably would also cost a fortune nowadays.
Nobody's making them anymore anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like,
but like if they were, they wouldn't cost.
They will absolutely
for a fridge.
Yes, they will be absolutely way more.
Some people expect to spend the least amount of money, and for the thing to last forever.
Yeah, well,
which unfortunately doesn't really work like that. Sorry to break it.
Yeah. My grandmother had a Minsk refrigerator. Yeah. 59.
Would I buy a 4,000 euro refrigerator? I don't think so because, I mean, at the same time, fridge is a very sort of single-purpose device. So if it did last me the rest of my life. Maybe.
Ooh, 4,000 is a. I don't know. I bought a 1,000 euro refrigerator technically.
It's also a lot.
Which is a lot, yes.
Like, again, it's a thing that keeps your products cool. You know, so it's a very like single-minded.
And gives me
client.
ice and water also.
You know, it is kind of it's kind of like once you get into these utensil territory, it's kind of hard to gauge value, like 1,000 euro fridge.
I mean,
but it's like big and and it makes ice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
and then like I have a 500 euro just mixer. just a mixer that mixes and whips and blends stuff.
Yeah.
It does have like attachments to it, but like it's just like a quite, fixed purpose thing.
Yeah.
But it's quite high quality.
Uh,
€1,000 refrigerator doesn't last. Well, Sim, you'll have
Doesn't-
to keep us updated.
I mean,
I
yeah.
would like to have an update when your fridge or some part of it
I will.
starts malfunctioning.
Yes. Probably the ice maker will be the first
Definitely,
one to
definitely,
go
that's-
because that's somehow the first thing that is broken on every fridge ever. But I would expect it to last, I don't know, maybe 10 years? Maybe. The fridge itself. But who knows?
I don't think it's unreasonable. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if it has a 10-year warranty on it. Probably it has some kind of
actually, yeah, it
sticker.
has some warranty stickers also. I think, 10 years might be, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think, 10 years. I think the sticker is on there for 10 years, yeah. For not the whole fridge, I think it's more the compressor or something. Anyway, the motor part.
But yeah, I don't know. €4,000 fridge is kind of
Yeah,
a
that's
tough sell. Because on the one hand,
yeah.
it's a fridge, so fridges will function similarly in 20 years and 30 years, right? It's just going to be a fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if we talk about other consumer electronics that are like, televisions and phones and like other stuff, it's probably going to be significantly different. Like your current TV and your next one, the two you buy will probably have a significant difference in many ways, But for a fridge, I'm not sure. If it lasted me my entire life, maybe I would spend €4,000 on a fridge.
Okay. Honestly, the more appropriate question would be about washing machines, actually, because washing machines I have replaced many times in my life.
Yeah. €4,000 for a large washing machine that will never break. Yes.
That could be, yes. Okay, so I'm actually considering to buy. Well, it's for some other reason because it doesn't. My current washing machine technically doesn't fit in my current bathroom. So the problem is the door comes to the wrong way. It opens to the wrong way, and there's a fancy washing machine that is basically one of the only ones that does the door to the other side technically open. But it happens to be also one of the most quality washing machines also. So anyway, with a washer dryer combo, two things, I think it would be more like 2,000 something euros. And I'm pretty much considering buying that also because, again, it's more like kind of, every report, every review basically says it will last for the half of your life or something. I don't know, because it's actually well built. It's Miele, the German brand.
Washing machines are difficult.
And I have replaced a lot of washing machines in my life, actually. Not so many fridges, but a lot of washing machines. For me, my mom, in many apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
and why is that the case? Because it has a lot of moving parts in it.
It rattles around. Yeah. It's way more moving than a fridge, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know.
Again, ice maker has a lot of moving parts in it as well.
Yeah.
Which is why it's also the first thing to go.
Yeah. True. A more efficient washing machine are shit right now. I have Electrolux. It's like 17, still working.
Yeah. Washing machines are kind of rough. Yeah.
I don't know.
That is true.
Yeah. So I'm actually considering to spend some money on a washing machine. Technically, not so much on a fridge though. I don't know. This is just me. All right, but let's Tinder. Your mom can now recommend matches for you on Tinder.
my god.
Yes, this is
Is
just
this a April Fool's joke?
this is a new Tinder feature that it's called what was it? Matchmaking? Where's the feature? The name, I mean. Oh yeah, matchmaker feature. Tinder matchmaker. I guess it's the feature names. So yeah, basically you can send your Tinder match to your trusted person, your trusted compadre, whatever, or to your mom or to your dad if you want to, and see if how about this young fella lady for the rest of my life, and they can sign off like a yeah, that sounds good to me. Basically,
Fuck me, how
I mean-
stupid the idea is.
I mean, that's just a random story that I wanted to mention. I don't know.
I'm not even going to comment on this article.
Yeah, it's
Go
fine.
on.
It's fine. I mean, you can invite up to 15 people to review possible matches in 24 hours.
Oh my god.
Oh. 15 people. So there's like a full classroom of.
So let's just find someone funny on Tinder and harass them for an hour. Or not harass them specifically, but like
Well,
secondhand harass them in a company of friends for like an hour.
I don't know.
Sounds wonderful.
Well,
Doesn't sound toxic at all. Good job, Tinder. Are
yeah.
these the same people who made a premium subscription for what was it? $300 per week? I remember we talked about it. Some kind of premium hardcore dater feature
on Tinder?
that costs like a shit ton of money. I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Sorry. But anyway, shall we move on? Because yeah, this just wanted to mention quickly. I don't know. It's time to make fun of Elon on this every week, as we do. Because the world's biggest advertisers have stopped buying ads on Elon Musk's X.
Oh no.
So yeah, Ubiquity works with 70 of the top 100 advertisers. Just 2 of those advertisers on X last month. Oh no, Elon is in trouble. So they basically said in April, Musk said in April that almost all of its advertisers had come back or said they would do so. Yikes. And last month he said X's advertising revenue was down 60%. Oh my
Wonderful.
god. So yeah, all you need to basically know that a separate analysis from US ad revenue has dropped 55% or more each month since Musk's takeover. So yeah, this is basically proof that Elon is like actually killing Twitter. And yeah, that's it. Miss on. She's flipping out.
She's very upset about Elon.
Yeah.
We're not upset, very concerned about for him.
Yeah. Yeah, the Twitter name change was stupid. Yeah, well.
I feel like name change is the least of problems that Twitter is facing right now.
I mean, I feel like the $1 subscription for every single user to basically use the thing as they have for free, that is actually killing the service. That's the end date when this rolls out to most of the countries. Then it's all over. I feel like.
Yeah, but that's just like the outcome, right? That's just the end result. Is that they introduce a subscription. The real problem is just like incompetent management as is
Well,
always the case,
yeah.
including, but not limited to, Sir Elon himself.
Including, not limited to. Yes. And there's a
I
new.
mean,
Oh, okay.
if Elon, how much did he spend on Twitter?
44 billion.
44 billion. If you spend this much money and like later down the line in a few years, the platform just shuts down, I wouldn't be very upset about it. That's all I have to say about this news.
The pro gamer move would have been he buys Twitter and he shuts it down immediately. Like, no, it's done. I don't like it. That would been the power alpha move.
Yeah. And the problem is that he isn't.
Yeah. Don't make several stupid things at once. Make only one. That's some solid life advice from Lotus Film. Yes. All right.
He'll end up selling Twitter for like $1 billion.
Yeah. To Meta or something.
To Meta, yeah, or something. Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
And they will rebrand it as a Meta X Twit. That's gonna be the name of the platform.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mouthful, but people will get used to it.
With AI also.
Mandatory AI, Meta features.
Yeah.
And mandatory retina scans every time you want to use it. Yes.
Yeah. You have to have.
And a scan of your face, like full 3D scan of your face.
And then necessary. You can only then you can log in to the.
Yes, but before that, the Zuck himself will get a notification on his computer. You have to manually approve your login personally every time. And he'll be like, "Oh, this one can log in, and this one cannot, and this one can." And
yeah,
that's how it's gonna work.
Exactly. Apple will buy it. Yeah, sure. I mean, nah.
It's just so toxic. I feel like nobody would be interested in it.
So many companies have just straight up, yep, we are like canceling our Twitter presence.
Like, why buy Twitter if you can just like strip it of all its features and just reintroduce them in your existing platforms? You know, because Twitter doesn't really contribute anything meaningful to the world.
Yeah.
In any way. And if you want to like open blog like posts in your whatever Instagram, then just make it.
Well, I mean, okay, Twitter contributed the Diablo 4 live stream on from Elon to the world. That with the candles.
As I said, nothing important.
Yeah.
I guess the candles. Yeah, the candles were actually kind of a big deal.
Because it was a huge candle.
I take it back.
It was a 1 meter candle, like from
yeah.
from the floor. Yeah. If Elon wants to kill Twitter, then he should ban porn also now. Yeah, well. Yes. Yeah, well, he's apparently killing the porn bots because with the $1 subscription thing, right? That's what.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, Twitter is just an advertisement platform for OnlyFans, basically. That's basically how it works.
Yeah.
People who do content on OnlyFans just
and Diablo 4 streams.
And yeah, that's the two angles that exist right now.
Very specific.
If anything, I would lean more into that and make Twitter into a porn platform. And you already have the name. I feel like it's a very appropriate name.
Oh yeah, so I have seen so many people on the Estonian subreddit that like, well, I guess I'm into porn now because I have this X app icon on my iPhone now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like if some competent person was hired to like do the marketing and like workshopping, I feel like something could be done out of it. But unfortunately, doesn't seem to be a single one of those working on Twitter right now, so it's fine.
I mean, maybe they were, but they got fired. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe they weren't willing to work 80-hour long weeks.
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
weren't hardcore enough for Elon, and they were fired. Yeah, that's also true.
The Musketeers.
True.
that
The
are-
Musk. Oh my god, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a term from the fanboys of Elon. They are called Musketeers. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so bad. Can we move on? I'm on vacation. I cannot be stressing like this right now. In 3 days, my vacation will be over, so we can go back to stressing. But right now,
Yeah, two more X's and it's done step by step. Yeah. The triple X and
I
then
always wondered where did that come from. This weird iconography for porn as triple X. Like, what
I don't know.
semantical significance does it have that it sort of became a thing?
It's
Funny how things work.
sex but censored with 3 X's. I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know. That's my only theory.
Oh my god, yes, that's a good idea. See, we're generating ideas.
Triple X
So
is
you
a
have
premium.
tier subscription for X.
Wow.
You have an X subscription, a 2X subscription, and 3X subscription.
Yeah. X is $1.
Lotus film is getting the
Yeah.
idea. See, this is how it works.
So,
Creative juices are flowing. Elon is taking notes already. Or whoever, like the lady who is the CEO of Twitter right now.
yeah.
God, imagine taking that job. I hope she got paid well for this. Actually, no, I don't.
Yeah. Linda Yaccarino.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm sure someone will make a documentary about it at some point. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll hear all
when
about it.
when Elon is in court of finally
Yeah,
of all the wrongdoings. That's anyway. All right.
Oh, can't wait for us to get to movies and TV shows. I have a juicy one for this week.
Oh, me too, actually.
Mm.
All right. But the last thing I wanted to quickly mention is there is an Apple event happening in 3 days.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
didn't
It
see
is?
that happening. So
Are we actually getting new MacBooks?
yeah, I was kind of also I don't know. I'm confused because okay, we could see technically maybe MacBooks, iMacs with the M3, but it's more likely to be like a gaming event, I suppose.
What?
Uh,
Gaming event?
but I'm not completely sure. Yeah, Mac rumors. Apple event next week likely to emphasize high-end gaming on Mac. I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know. So they
Now I
have
have to watch it.
yeah.
Thanks,
So
Apple.
they have the game porting toolkit. They released
Yes.
in June this year,
Yes.
and which is technically you can try out your game on a Mac platform, which is maybe you can see how it runs or whatever, and then you can like decide, oh, I will program my game to run on macOS. Maybe they will launch some easy porting game, like some game coding features for Mac. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So most likely gaming and maybe some new Macs, basically, is the event. Some MacBooks and some iMacs. But yeah, I the rumors point to like a more of a gaming event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And scary fast.
Sure, they could announce. They could announce more games coming to iOS. Definitely, along with like Resident Evil, Assassin's Creed, and whatever.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they will probably.
That's such a weird angle, but it's kind of interesting that Apple is doing this. And like they made versions for this. Is what I'm also thinking.
Yeah,
Like they got Capcom and Ubisoft to actually make separate versions
Yeah.
of the game for iOS, which I imagine probably means that it's not super difficult to do. Question mark?
I don't know.
And if it's not super difficult to do for iOS, it's not super difficult to do for macOS.
Is Apple actually waking up to that people want to game?
I have no idea what Apple was thinking, but I'm interested. I'm fascinated. And when is that supposed to happen? The event, I mean?
30th of October. Halloween.
30th of Monday.
Yes.
It's a random day. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure. I'll watch it.
the more random is that it's on Halloween. That's kind
Yeah,
of
that's also true.
that's scary fast. That's why the scary fast. It's I don't know. I guess.
That is also kind of funky, yeah. What a weird thing for Apple to do. But I guess, if this is gonna... It kind of makes sense if it's like a gaming-focused event, which is also like a funky idea coming from Apple. And
Yeah,
it's like
maybe.
an extra event that they haven't really done before. So they're like, fuck it, let's make it on Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Craig Federighi shows up in a Barbie Halloween costume.
Oh, they better be wearing costumes, otherwise I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah. Tim Cook is Oppenheimer. Or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
X-rated films have mild sexual content. So XXX is like extra.
Yeah.
That must be very antique from like some way back when. Because nobody really rates movies like and shows like that anymore. It's just like
Yeah.
16 plus or like 18 plus.
X-ray.
Also, are there 18 plus shows actually? I don't think so. I feel like
On-
16 plus is like the highest, unless we go into like the porn territory, of course. From the 60s. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So
X-rated.
just tack around from the 60s.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All
So
right.
it's mild sexual content medium for 2x, and then you have like super sexual content. So that's where XXX came from.
So
Okay.
extra saucy content.
Extra. Read
Yeah.
all about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
All
it.
right.
Get it.
But the memes are the most important meal of the day. Okay. So yeah, let's this is just a gym meme that I shared with Melissa, and she really felt the bottom right guy with the fluffy hair on the bottom here, which is she said this is exactly the people that are hanging out in the gym basically. But anyway,
What is? I'm not getting the Dobby. What does Dobby signify? In this?
this is like some very skinny guy that is just standing, looking
okay.
looking like what you want, or just some some passive aggressive. I don't know. Anyway, this has been probably the best meme of the week for me. Anyway, did you hear?
What is that then in the top left?
Oh,
what am I looking at? A bag.
Yeah.
Bag,
It's a.
What is this weird like tampon or like Lexipad looking thing?
Yeah. This is just
hard to see.
Just a cheap bag.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you ever hear the tragedy? Oh, this is the Zoomer culture that we are living in constantly, basically. Yeah. So anyway, and also this one, I felt like me at church when I was a child. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. Yes, this is exactly how I went to church also. Actually,
I went to church many times. My parents would take me for like Easter or something to go to like a service or something, and then they would like what's the name? like take water and like sprinkle on people and on
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like customary to bring foods or something also for Easter because it's like the time when people actually because people are supposed to fast before Easter
Yeah.
and now Easter they can finally eat and it's like was like a whole thing. I always found it very strange. Just
Mm-hmm.
the whole procession was very strange. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I haven't been in church for the purposes of churching
Yeah,
in
yeah.
many years.
Yeah.
Can't even think of the
Also,
last time. Jeez, like I'm 28.
yeah, it's also for like I
Not
don't
in
know,
the last like
maybe when I was
10 to 12 years.
10. Yeah, I don't know. It's a long time ago. All right. But this week some music happened. Also
Uh-huh.
because a lot of people are releasing some music. Black Pumas. Yes, I need to check that out. To run. Yes, we are also. And James Blunt is releasing some music this week, which is okay. Orchestral's maneuvers in the dark. Yeah. This sounds like what the hell is this? But if you listen to the orchestral maneuvers in the dark, then you're this song. Yeah, that's right. And of course the Swift. Yeah, I guess if you're
Release a new album?
something 1989 something. So whatever. Yeah, if you're into that. So, but yeah, this week I was listening to, I don't know, some Robin Thicke and some Justin Timberlake. I don't know. Discovered a song that I haven't really heard. And I don't know, if you're not into Justin, then
And how could you?
Don't it seem like these days?
How could you not be into Justin?
yeah, pretty much. Fun fact, I went to a Justin
Yep.
Timberlake concert in Helsinki.
When was that?
Oh, that was basically 10 years ago or something.
I was thinking as well.
And that's probably my most, like, globally... I mean, okay, Coldplay is now...
I feel like Coldplay is a bigger name right now. in
Bigger,
music than
is
Justin
bigger
Timberlake,
than Justin, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, maybe not at the time when... At the time was probably Justin was bigger. But yeah, Justin is kind of fading. Because, of course he is, because he's, like, old and stuff.
And Coldplay is like
Yeah. Coldplay is...
the youngest spring chicken.
Yeah.
The hottest.
Yeah,
the
but
hottest.
yeah, but they have like radio hits still. I feel like Justin doesn't have like radio hits still anymore.
I guess so, yeah.
So yeah.
Not in a while, yeah.
The coldest chicken. Yeah. Did you say coldest or youngest?
The youngest.
Oh, the youngest chicken. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. All right. Some TV shows, music. Would you like to start or shall I?
I go for it. I'm actually curious what
Okay.
you've seen.
I saw the Mission Impossible movie that I was
yeah.
very eager to finally see because Jesus Christ. Again, rating pretty high, 7.8. And this came out in June, I think, or something in theaters, like, or July or something in the summer. I was so looking forward to this, and holy actual balls, did this movie suck?
Oh, what?
Yeah, I was just...
Tell me about it.
I was
I'm
just...
never gonna watch it, so tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Nobody should ever watch this. Holy actual balls.
Strong
This is...
opinions.
I mean...
Controversial. Controversy is happening right now.
The acting was just cringe. The story was bland as fuck. Oh, the MacGuffin of this movie is just a key, which is actually a key. What does the key unlock? We don't know. But we have to get the key.
2, right?
Sorry?
Oh, it says Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So
Yes.
I guess we'll know what the key unlocks in Part 2.
Yes. Oh my god. There was some comedic moments. They wanted to have some funny moments. And I basically just rolled my eyes for basically like half an hour through the whole thing. There's some kind of a scene where they drive like a super tiny yellow Italian car on the Italian streets, and they, oh my god, this is actually this is dead to me now, which is kind of sad.
Wow.
But yeah, this was really bad. There were some the acting is just unbelievably horrible. The plot is just lame. I don't know. Just the key, everything, even the climax of the movie was like I didn't feel anything. So Mission Impossible is officially dead to me, which is kind of, even the part 2 was like, I already kind of can see what they are going for in the second part, technically. And oh my god, this was lame. No, Ethan, you should jump. No, you realize there is a cliff here. No, you should, no. Oh, I have to get off this mountain. Ethan,
That sounds like,
what are you doing?
Sounds like some PlayStation 1 video game dialogue.
Oh,
Level of quality.
I was in pain, basically.
You almost became a Joe sandwich. That's the energy that I'm getting.
Oh my god. No one ever watched this. Please.
Wow, I'm so sad now. I actually feel like he should have gone second then. Because that would have been funnier, because I'm about to gush about some shows and movies that I've seen.
No, it's fine. Okay, you can...
But I was not expecting at all.
I was not expecting also that this movie will just absolutely suck balls. I don't know.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Yeah, so for the record, Mission Impossible has been like kind of a guilty pleasure franchise, which I don't know. I feel like they peaked in the 4th one. So this is the 7th or 8th. I think this is the 8th one. The Mission Impossible 8 is this one. And the 3rd one was really good, but really different. So J.J. Abrams did the 3rd one, and I feel like the 3rd one is, because this was more like Jason Bourne and the Bourne identity to me, when it was the 3rd one was like really tight and really action-packed and stuff, and one of the most iconic villains ever was on the 3rd one, which anyway, and the 4th one is also really good, and the 5th one had what's his name, Henry Cavill, and that was also
the villain.
Actually no, like a undercover agent who later turned out to be like a kind of sort of a spy villain type of stuff. Well, okay. They worked together, but they had some differences and they went their separate ways technically. Anyway, so if you want to watch Mission Impossible, don't watch this one. Watch the 3rd one or the 4th one, maybe the 5th one, but after that, it's kind of But this is just no, absolutely not.
That's so sad.
How got it 7.8 stars? Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
At least
On
and
IMDb as well, who usually like I feel like has
this
like
yeah.
lowers the scores for a lot of
Yeah, this
things.
is oh my god, this was horrible.
Oh.
So would hire a lockpicking lawyer and no big risk to find a key. Should yeah. It
Mhm.
started out great actually. It started out the first half an hour of the movie is pretty decent. But after this chase scene, which they always have, they have like some kind of a car chase scene in the movie. But this one was just cringe. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. How about you? What did you watch?
Alright, on a more positive note.
Yes.
So, since last week, I have finished watching Castlevania Nocturne Season 1.
Yes.
Or, well, that's as much as exists of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Recommended?
what's the rating? Does it have 7.6?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty high for IMDb, I feel like. Yeah, I would recommend it. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a different setting. So it's like 18th. So the first series was like 16th century Transylvania. So it's a lot of like unwashed peasants and diseases and like this kind of stuff, you know. So this has completely different feel. This is like 18th century France, or like specifically French Revolution times.
Ah.
So late 18th century France, and it has a completely different feel to it, which I liked better. It's sort of this has. So the idea is basically that the aristocracy is the class that is very affiliated with vampires, which kind of makes a lot of sense actually, thematically. So the vampires are trying to get in bed with aristocracy, or a lot of them are aristocrats. So they want to keep the the status quo, and they don't like the revolutionaries who are trying to like overthrow the monarchy and the aristocrats and stuff like that. And against this backdrop, some kind of like super powerful vampire countess comes to France, and she promises the aristocrat vampires to fix all their problems and basically just enslave humans, and life will be good. So we're introduced to new characters completely, of course, because you have 200 years almost gap between the two series. So completely different characters, completely different setting. I think they did a pretty good job. It does feel a lot like the season that is like the exposition season, right?
Yeah.
So you get the character introductions, some character development, some flashbacks, the usual. But I like the feel of it, this sort of like decadent, sort of bohemian aristocrat being vampires and like throwing balls and stuff. It just feels very like thematically appropriate. Like this is kind of what I think about when I think about vampires, I don't know, I guess I'm like, you would think like Victorian England or something, but this is more like, late monarchy France. And yeah, I think it works very well. I liked it a lot. But it's definitely a lot of it is just setting up for what will eventually happen in season 2, which was confirmed. So I will be looking forward to it, and I will watch it. Very good. It has a great animation, of course. The choreography, like the fights, are very cool, and like which we already knew from like the previous series. And yeah, so I feel like if it, I don't know how many seasons they are planning for this specific one, but I feel like if they keep it going, it will probably maybe even be better than the original, the first series.
All right.
Very good. But the highlight of my week,
yes,
was, I don't know, just like everybody just needs to stop right now, just close the stream and go on Netflix and watch.
And don't watch Mission Impossible. Instead, watch.
Yeah, don't watch any of that. Watch A Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix.
The what? Full of the House?
The Fall of the House of Usher. So I already spoke a lot about this director because last
The
week
Fall.
I talked about Gerald's Game,
Yes.
which he also directed, and
Mike,
also Hush. I was raving about
Mike
Mike
Flanagan.
Yes, he is like the shit.
Okay.
He is like the modern horror. It's incredible. Like I think it's not his best show, maybe by like a small margin, but like pretty much all of his shows are like top tier television. So I feel like it's kind of unfair to compare, but it's still like the show is like top shelf, like gourmet TV. So it's like he
Okay.
took a short story by Edgar Allan Poe
Yeah.
of the same name, mixed in a bunch of other stuff of Edgar Allan Poe,
Oh.
put that in 2023,
Yeah.
and made a show out of it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's incredible. So the premise of the show is, um,
To secure their fortune, two ruthless siblings build a family dynasty that begins to crumble when their heirs mysteriously die one by one.
yeah, basically. So it's modern times, a large fictional company in like real world, in like our world.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, a U.S. government is running a massive like investigation and a court case against them because
Okay.
apparently throughout decades of their existence, they have engaged in like a bunch of unsavory activities and resulted in like a large-scale pandemic of like was addiction, like
Okay.
painkiller addiction. This is like the main thing because their main product is addictive.
Yeah.
And this is like the crux of their case. And so the movie starts in the courtroom, like more or less it starts in the courtroom where the U.S. government presents their case. And they say that the main reason why they managed to get to the point where they are ready to present the case is because there is an informant in the family who has been feeding them with information, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the premise of the movie. And what ends up happening is this guy that you saw just now, the old guy, basically the entire show is a flashback, basically. So he's sitting in a chair talking to the detective or whatever, I don't know his exact title, who brought this case to the court. And he's giving him his confession about everything, basically, that transpired.
Okay.
And it starts with the fact that yes, like all of his children are dead, and he like recounts one by one what happened with them and what happened with the company and how they got to this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the premise of the movie. Oh, it's so good. I couldn't stop watching it. It has the signature Flanagan things where like he would like long-winded monologues, and it's like what I love about his stuff, specifically about his shows, is that because it's like a more long form, than movies, he has like more time for like character development and stuff. So you
Yeah.
have this, characters going on like long-winded monologues about like whatever it is that they're talking about, and it's just all so good and it all works so well.
Sorry. Yeah.
I would say that it's maybe a little bit more. It's not more horror-y, but it is maybe a little bit more gory than his other shows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But not like Saw level of gore, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like just a little bit more gore. But it is mostly like subtle horror. Like I wouldn't necessarily describe this show as scary. And what I also love about his horror is that all of his shows are super sad.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, which is a very weird emotion to feel. I feel like when you watch horror,
Yeah.
but all of his shows are basically family dramas, and this one is also very much a family drama. and it's just like just tragic, basically, like what happens. But like you have to, I don't want to spoil anything. Like this is a must-watch TV. Like if there is a one TV show you'll watch this year, you should watch this one.
That's a strong.
Because there's a lot of like social commentary in the show,
Yeah.
like socio political commentary in the show, probably more so than in any other show that he made, and it just like it's kind of like poignant and very to the point and so true. Like it's just like I feel like any person watching it, like, yeah, like he has a point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just yeah,
Okay.
must watch.
That's a very strong recommendation. That's honestly funny that we both at this on the same stream. One is completely the most strongest emotion that we have towards like a TV show and a movie, basically.
Yeah, which is why I should have gone second.
Like
so you would now crash the high with like Mission Impossible.
I mean,
for comedic timing.
nah, it's fine. I feel like this is more of a happy ending, basically.
Yeah.
This is the happy ending of the
I think so,
the
yeah.
segment. Anyway, yeah.
But this is like
All right.
this is probably the best show I've seen in a while. Although I have seen a lot of like there is still a lot of good TV coming out.
Yeah.
This is also his last project for Netflix. He's moving away from Netflix to start making stuff from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure that he will
Yeah.
keep up the level of quality.
So
But yeah, like his entire like library of stuff is basically must watch.
yes. So you heard it here first. This is one of the best TV shows in a while, and this is one of the worst movies in a while, basically. So yeah.
Contrast, watch them
contrast.
together.
Yeah.
You can watch Mission Impossible in the middle of watching House of Usher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have highs and lows. Ebb and flow of media needs to happen.
Yep. All right. Some gaming this week. What's been going on in terms of the free game of the week is Black Sad Under the Skin. On GOG actually. No, on giveaway.
I think Epic updated their free games list today or yesterday, so you can grab Evil Within 2 this week.
Oh, wait.
Last week they were giving away Evil Within 1, so you can grab the entire series.
Is it? There's a Tandem, a Tale of Shadows. That's also for free, actually, on the Epic Game Store right now. That I missed.
Yeah.
Wait, but I want to find your Evil. What was it? Evil?
Evil Within 2.
Oh.
It should be there on the homepage.
Yeah, it should be here with.
Yeah, it was right there under the Tandem.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did I miss it on the?
It's just not at the very top. I guess it would make more sense to put free games at the top.
Sorry.
They're free.
No, but yeah, this is okay. It's sorted by best deals, and usually the free games are always.
Well,
on...
you would think that free is better than.
I mean.
Unfree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. What's the criteria? Yeah, it was here all the time. The Evil Within, yes, for free this week. I guess this is the one to get this week. Pretty much.
It's like a full-on, full 10-hour, 12-hour game. Survival horror action.
Yeah. Nice. All right. But what you been playing this week?
Have you been playing anything this week?
Only Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
So basically.
Any new thoughts?
No,
Observations?
not really. I'm still preparing for the final fight. Basically, I'm just tying up some loose ends that I on the way basically to do every single thing apart from the Korok seeds that I'm that are like that's basically not expected to be like most of the gamers who are playing this, as I understand, they are not. Yeah, I have done anything except for the Korok seeds or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's
the Korok seed grind.
yeah, that's just basically you just have to hate yourself if you're gonna do all every single Korok seed or something. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like a wonderful. Do you know what this sounds like? This sounds like a wonderful podcast activity, where you just put a podcast in the background, and you just collect Korok seeds
Yeah.
while you're listening to the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Like mindless grind or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There are games that are very specifically podcast games.
Yeah.
Diablo 4 would be for me if I played it. Rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I can't promise it will be. Anyway, don't get me wrong. This is probably my game of the year still, even if I play Cyberpunk, the DLC. I feel like this is... Yeah, I feel like this is... They're both very good, but this is still maybe better. This has given me more, I feel like, this year.
Mhm.
Like not just in terms of gameplay, but just in adventure, in I don't know, emotions. I don't know. Maybe not emotions. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, game of the year. Still, probably for me.
We're still in October.
Yeah. Well, but I already know that the next one will be. I want to finish Cyberpunk one more time, probably after this, with the new character, and these are the only games I'm gonna probably play. Who knows? Maybe what is it called? Vampire Survivors 2 is coming out at some point. I don't know.
Well, not this year, definitely.
Yeah, probably not.
We're definitely winding down in terms of like big releases. For the year.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like this, like November, December, is time for like people to catch up and buy the games that came out earlier.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of releases for the rest of the year.
Wait, what?
That many.
Cyberpunk and Phantom Liberty bundle is like 82 euros right now. What? That is like way too high, I feel like. What? I bought it for 55, by the way. I don't know. Anyway.
I've been looking at my list of games that I finished this year. And I'm very surprised to see that not a single one that I finished this year came out this year.
Oh.
That is very interesting. Unless maybe this one, I think actually maybe came out this year. It was actually also very
Did you finish Elden Ring?
No. Also Elden Ring did not come out this year either.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, because you said...
I never did. I'm gonna wait for the DLC to come out.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
right.
This game actually came out this year, and it's also very good, so maybe it will be my game of the year. Okay, well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So what did I actually finished 3 games this week, can you imagine?
Okay.
Although one of them is kind
Somebody
of
has the vacation going on, as I understand.
Yeah, vacation is like time to grind.
Yeah.
So the first game...
Yeah?
Let's start with the one I have the least to say about. So I finished this latest, hottest Mario game.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Super Mario Brothers from 1985.
Oh, okay.
The OG one. So I finished it for the first time in my life.
1985. So, what?
Like the very first one, yeah, the NES
one.
one.
This one.
Yeah.
What? What? Okay.
I know, yeah. I decided to delve a little bit more into retro stuff. Maybe it will help me understand and appreciate modern games more. But I played and finished this game. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I
Okay.
didn't really
I
have.
mean, what is it? Almost 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That Mario is a great game.
Mm,
Oh, I can play this even. Oh my god. I can play this in the. Oh, please Nintendo, come sue us. Anyway.
as the game that basically, in many ways, defined video games in many ways.
Yeah.
Forever, I would agree that it's a great game, but as a game that exists in the year 2023, it's an okay game. It's very simple, first of all, obviously.
Yeah.
It's one of the first NES games as well, so I guess it's to be expected. It's cute overall. My main complaint, which Maury said is basically true for any game in the series, is that it has this like momentum inertia mechanic.
Yeah.
And it kind of sometimes doesn't really make sense. Because I understand the sentiment. I understand the idea behind it.
Yeah.
However, in many scenarios, it feels like you're constantly sliding on ice.
Yeah.
As opposed to, having an inertia on like a ground or pavement or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes a while to get used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I liked it.
Yeah.
It has
Okay.
these like iconic moments, like, oh, Mario, the princess is another castle.
Yeah. 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 Oh. Damn it. Oh, what? Ah! What happened? Sticky keys. Okay. Sorry.
And I actually quite enjoyed the swimming sections, which is interesting.
Ah,
I
yeah.
feel like for such an early interpretation of swimming, I feel like it was actually quite well done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's like a very old Mario game.
There are many secrets. Yes, I know, actually.
Yeah. I just played it just for the purposes, for educational purposes. I wasn't like min-maxing and like going through secrets and skipping levels. I just wanted to see the game from start to finish, like all the levels, basically.
Nice. Wow.
And yeah, I did that.
Okay.
So, cross that off my list. I'll probably never play this game again in my life.
Yeah.
But as like an education, it was kind of like visiting a museum in many ways.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I managed to play through the whole thing.
A museum of sliding on the ice. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks to the miracles of technology and save scumming, I actually managed to finish it because it's actually quite difficult later on, in later levels. But it was alright. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
So then another game that I finished is called Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh, yeah. Luigi's.
Did I talk about it?
It looks like Seam knows some secrets. Yes, I have played this game. I know some couple of them. On the Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a game that exists. It's a third game in the series. I only played the first one before that. I haven't played the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is a sort of a loosely horror game.
Yeah.
Or it's not like horror, but like cartoonish horror, like spooky ghosts, but also cute, kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's suitable for all ages. And it stars Luigi as opposed to Mario, so he is the main protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And finally has in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And overall, I quite liked it. So you are armed with a vacuum cleaner, which you basically use for catching ghosts. I think Ghostbusters, basically, sort of.
Yeah.
And you, of course, Mario, Peach, everybody gets captured by ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in a hotel. And basically, you start from the bottom of the hotel and you make your way up, up, up until you get to the end of the game and save everybody. That's basically the premise of the game.
Yeah.
And so the things that I liked about the game, the visuals are great. I think it's one of the best looking games on Switch. Even on a 4K TV with everything, it doesn't look ugly, which is kind of an achievement. I
Nice.
love the boss fights a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that all of them are pretty good actually, because the game is very simple in terms of like mechanics. You can like suck the air in, which also sucks in the ghosts. You can blow. There's like a jump sort of ish.
Mm-hmm.
And there is like a plunger you can shoot and then like pull it with your vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a UV light, black light sort of thing. And that's basically that's basically it. That's like all there is to the game. And I feel like the boss fights utilize these mechanics very well. And I also love the whimsy of it, because it's like it takes place in a hotel, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In like a 20-story building hotel or something. But this hotel has a spa, a shopping center,
Okay.
a club, a movie studio, a museum,
Wow.
a garden, an ancient pyramid. So it has a bunch of stuff, which is should not be in a hotel, but it sort of works. It sort of contributes to this like whimsical, like Mario, fantasy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that I liked. What I didn't like so much is that I didn't like some of the gimmicks for some of the levels, because I feel
Okay.
like a lot of the puzzling, because like it is divided into rooms, and it's like every room is sort of like a mini puzzle basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like sometimes the solution to the puzzles are kind of very unintuitive
Yeah,
and sort
okay.
of kind of like moon logic-y, as
Mm-hmm.
we would call it in video games.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for example, you have your like UV light, and this UV light is used to reveal secrets, as the game says.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of like room or something like that, where you needed to go through a pipe or something like that, and then you couldn't, or you needed to like make the water run, but the pipe was broken or something like that, and you were supposed to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, how could you possibly fix it with the mechanics that you have? So I was like, oh, maybe if you like blow the water on the pipe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it will freeze or something, because you know what, whatever, it's
Yeah,
fantasy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But what ended up happening, what you were supposed to do, is shine a black light on it, which somehow revealed that this water is actually ice or something, and then like that you fix the pipe. Maybe
Okay.
I'm doing a bad job of describing it, but like in many scenarios, you
Okay.
kind of it was like that. Or another thing was like in the movie studio, you had to solve a large puzzle, which was like parts of the puzzle were in 4 different rooms. So you were supposed to like carry it through all the 4 rooms, and like at the end you would solve the puzzle. And in the game you have a lot of interactable things, because once you start sucking the air, it also sucks in like towels and pots and pillows and a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it has this sort of like physicalized clutter that you can like interact with.
All right.
And I went through all the 4 rooms, and I was like, okay, I understand what I need to do to solve the puzzle, but I don't know how to initiate the puzzle, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have the item that I would think I need. And what ended up happening is that like there was a random bucket that was like at the beginning of the level, which was just like a piece of clutter, like on the side, which I just like walked by.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the one bucket in the area that was like the thing I needed to start the puzzle. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well that doesn't feel very intuitive. And again,
Yeah.
in a game that is like meant for children, it's kind of like, not sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But overall, I liked it.
Okay. Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was cute.
All right. So,
And
the third, let me guess. Mario? No?
No.
Okay.
Nothing to do with Mario. That's not Mario for the. I
Really?
actually did play a lot of Mario for the week. Oh no, the third game is the game that I played with Morris, and it was a long time coming. It's called The Quarry.
The Quarry.
Available everywhere.
How do you spell that? To quarry? Quarry? Ah, yeah. I think I see it.
Look where.
This one.
So it's the game in the genre of choose your own adventure interactive movie.
Horror,
Sort of genre?
multiple endings, choices matter, gore.
Yeah. So it's basically loosely a horror TV show, which you can interact with. It has multiple characters, of course, and it passes on the controls of different characters, and then you make choices, and then hopefully don't die and get to the end of the story, basically. But it has a very minimal gameplay. It's like, oh, you are controlling this character. Okay, you're gonna walk. Then you're gonna choose some dialogue options. There's some kind of like quick time event will happen, and then we'll move on to the next character and to the next character and so on and so forth. What's the rating on Steam for this game?
Very positive. Very positive.
My God, people. Okay. In the best tradition of horror and media in general, it starts off quite strong and completely unravels by the end. Like, I started off feeling very positive about it and just like being completely like 180ing on it by the end of it.
Okay.
So the premise of the game is it's like a slasher sort of. It has some twists. I'm not gonna reveal the twist, but it's basically think slasher, think like Friday the 13th to begin with, but then instead of 80s, it's like modern times. You play as the cast of summer camp counselors who come to the summer camp for the summer to work, and the story begins at the last day of the season, basically. The children already went home, and you are about to also go into your like high school, maybe like early college kids, like teenagers, basically.
Yeah.
So you're about to go home and to go move on with your life, basically. And then something happens, and you can't actually leave on this day, even though you really should, because the guy who is like important is telling you that you really should. And then you end up spending the night at the camp when you weren't supposed to. And this is basically where the shit starts going down and starts happening.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Okay.
What makes it bad?
Okay, first of all, I think they actually did a good job at characterizations.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times these games fall into the trap of like creating such unlikable characters, all of them, that it really doesn't matter who of them dies and doesn't. You just hate them all equally and you don't really care. So I feel like this is their best attempt at making characters that are not terrible. Some of them are, but some of them aren't, you know, and you kind of like root for some of them and the other ones are kind of like whatever. So that is nice. It looks nice. And for the most part, it plays also nice. However, I don't know what happens, but in the second half, maybe like the later third of the game, it starts a little bit being a little bit wonky. And like the writing becomes weird, and you have these like moments where like, oh, we are in a very suspenseful moment trying to free our friend from captivity. And we are like walking through this creepy mine of some sorts, and it's really tense. And then like, oh, anyway, and what do you think about this girl? Do you like her? And I'm like, like what? Like so much of like the later third of the game, I was like, what are you saying? like people like talking out of character, completely like random things, and you do control a lot of that, you know. But like I feel like at the beginning they give a very like good sort of first impression of the characters to like let you know like what they are like. And I kind of like for the rest of the game I went like, oh, I'm gonna like try to like role play that character and behave the way that they would perhaps behave in the situation. And then at random points I just started behaving completely differently, as if like a completely different person wrote those lines.
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
entirely possible because it's a video game and there's multiple writers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the ending wasn't bad because it was bad because like it felt like we were doing the right thing, which resulted in us basically killing like 3 people at once.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then it suffers from a lot of this weird thing where like it's often a binary choice. Basically, always you have a binary choice. It's like you are being pursued by a person X. Do you
Mhm.
want to hide or do you want to run? And a lot of the times it's very hard to tell what is the correct choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like most of the time, regardless of what you choose, you're not gonna be like immediately like fail something or die.
Okay.
Because even if you
Yeah.
like choose to run, but like it wasn't really the correct choice, but maybe the game will give you a couple more like maybe quick time events to like maybe make it work or something.
Mm-hmm.
But again, in the later, like literally near the end of the game, there was one choice when I was like, we played through it, and Maurice was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So the choice, without any context, you can either stay on an island, right,
Yeah.
or you can swim over a lake to the mainland. That's it. That's the choice.
Okay.
So what ends up happening is, if you stay on the island, if you choose to stay on the island, this is the last point in the game where you interact with the character, and the character survives. And if you choose to swim to the mainland, you automatically die. There is no way, nothing you can do about it.
Okay. What?
And it's not like you like drown in the process or something. No, you make it to the mainland, and you immediately get jumped by the monster and murdered,
Okay.
and that's it. And I was like, what?
That's weird. That's so what? Okay.
It was so frustrating because we were doing super well up until like the last chapter,
Yeah.
and we lost multiple characters, and at no point in the process did I feel like, oh yeah, we kind of messed it up. You know, we kind of must have chosen the other thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're really,
So completely out of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is that like, oh, if you choose to stay on the island, you survive the night, and therefore, you know, the game will end and the story will end. But like, you know,
Yeah. So yeah, a very cheap ending. I feel like.
yeah. Like logically, you would be like, oh, I can leave this island, so maybe I should probably leave the island and rejoin the group and maybe see how they're doing. Nope, die immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there were multiple moments like that, and I was like,
Okay.
not crazy about it. So
Alright.
I would say overall it's a good time. It has some like nice written things and some cringe stuff. And you know, cringe can be fun in some ways, especially when you are, you know, watching a B horror movie. You know, it can have its like, you know, so bad it's good kind of moments, and it channels a little bit of that. So overall, like as a whole package, I would maybe say it's like a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't discourage people from playing it, but maybe like on what is it, 15 euros right now? Yeah, that's about right. I feel like 15 euros is a fair price for this game.
Yeah, from 60.
From 60, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we also didn't buy it for full price, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
That's about it. I think. Okay, Lotus Film wants to mention this one also. You should play Flintstones, the rescue of Dino and Hoppy. So
I do have some retro games or like some NES games that I will try to I'm not sure if Flintstones is good. Maybe I will also take a look at that. But...
yeah, I have played this. I have. Where do I jump? Oh my god. Where is it? Oh, the previous. What? It's not shift or it's not. Oh, Z and X? Ah, I see. Okay. Lotus Film was just. Yes, Z and X. Okay, that's not that intuitive. Oh, yeah. Have I played this? I think I have.
Just like that, you're already in combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Combat.
actually doesn't look that bad for an NES game.
I have played something. How do I? Oh my god! Great game. Yeah, Lotus Film has mentioned the Flintstone game previously also. I don't know about this one. Oh, but I feel like there's another one also. Oh no, I died. Damn it. Anyway, yeah. So you should all go. Maybe try out Flintstones also. I guess. Why not say
The new hot game, Flintstones.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's never too late to try some retro games.
Yeah.
I mean, NES games kind of aged significantly, but if you go as far as like SNES games, a lot of them hold up very nicely, even to this day.
Can I
Go
not?
watch House of Usher.
Oh yeah, House of Usher. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Before this is turning into a game stream or something. Oh. How do I? Oh. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Adventure Island. Yeah, Adventure Island. I remember this one also.
That's a classic, definitely.
That's
I'm not sure about Flintstones, but
that's yeah. I feel like that's even more popular. I feel like this one I have played also so many times.
Adventure Island, Star Tropics, DuckTales, Batman, the video game. Yeah, these are some
Batman.
classic games.
Did I play it? I think maybe I did. Oh no! Yeah. Now I remember. Yes. All right. That's about it from us, I suppose, this week. I'm still trying to finish the Zelda. I feel like maybe a week, and then it's done. But and I say that, and then it's 2 months, and it's still not done.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It do be like that sometimes.
oh my god, it's hard when you have to some life to live. Also, as I.
So hard to do anything when you don't have a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm dreading going back to work and having like
No time.
one quarter of the time I have right now.
Yeah.
To do anything, and it's like, oh no, it takes me like a month to finish a game.
Yeah.
Or 2 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm also playing Resident Evil Village, but
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna finish it and
on the Mac.
maybe talk about.
On the.
No, not on the Mac.
Yeah.
Just on the good old PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Because it's on the Mac, you know.
It is, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be pretty good.
And maybe in 3 days we will see how good it is on a Mac or something.
Yeah, and on a phone. That is even more exciting.
On a phone.
I just want to see all those like first impression videos about how hot and how short of a battery life you get if you play like Resident Evil on an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. How scary fast it is, I suppose. I don't know.
The jury's out.
Maybe I was playing with the idea maybe to do a stream, but probably not because it's not hardware news, so it's like
That's quite the niche. And yeah,
it's I don't know. Still watching though.
Right.
Never heard Batman.
I will watch it as well. You said it was Monday, yeah?
Yeah, Monday at 5, which is I think earlier than usually. I think it's what's I need to figure out what it is. I think it's earlier than usual. Usual Apple event starts at 8 in Estonian time. But I don't know about this one. Have to.
Well, Stephanie was saying it's almost 3 hours. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like this is what happens when you have vacation and you have time to do things.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to talk about them. Don't worry. I'm going back to work, so the movie and video game section will be cut in like
Yeah,
half at
yeah,
least.
yeah, pretty much.
I'll be talking about the same game for a month. It's like, just you wait, I'm almost done.
Well, this
I'm
is
almost done.
this is what I'm doing for the past.
Oh, to be fair, you are playing a very long game.
This is I don't know. This is insane how long this game is basically. But well, I could go straight run to the final boss also technically. I think
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know. Anyway,
At some point, you should commit. At some point.
yeah, I will. But I kind of want to finish the game. That's my problem with video games. I want to like I'm the completionist,
Mhm.
which kind of I don't know. I don't know if this is the right way to play necessarily games, because even Cyberpunk, I have to have all the endings also. I don't know if that's a good thing or maybe that's a bad thing.
There is an entire channel on YouTube I would recommend to you if you're interested, called The Completionist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've heard that. Heard
Yeah.
that YouTube channel also. Yeah.
He makes good like funny videos.
Mm-hmm.
He mostly plays good games, but once in a while he would like decide to play something not so good, and he would just still stick to it and complete it.
Yeah.
That's
difficult. That's what I'm afraid of. Basically with video games, that because I am a completionist, and if the game is actually not that bad, not pretty bad, like in the middle I found out or something, and then like, oh, but I invested so much time already, but it's shit. Now I have to finish it. Oh my god, I'm wasting my time.
There is definitely a sunken cost fallacy. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm already like 70% done. And
Yeah.
you know, if the game is gonna unravel, it's definitely gonna unravel in that specific like 30% chunk, like the end of the game.
Yeah.
And a lot of media in general, that aren't like considered quote unquote good, they do exactly that thing. When it gets to like the climax of the narrative, and it just like completely falls apart.
Oh, that's the
and then you're
worst.
Like, fuck it, I guess I'm gonna just like see the train wreck through.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I'm basically like mostly playing some safe games, I guess.
That is also very true. Lately, I've been thinking a lot more about just playing the games that are good, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's so many of them to play, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, we don't have any, like, we're not starved for great games to play.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I have so many of them to go through that maybe, you know, when I go through all of them, and I usually don't replay games. That's just I don't replay games. I don't usually rewatch things that much, unless it's something like really special that I have like nostalgia or reverence for. So usually just kind of like to move forward. But I like to focus on like just the games that are good.
Yeah,
and
same.
If I have time randomly, some extra free time, which never happens, maybe I'll go back to some more
exactly
/ controversial / maybe cult classics. You know.
Yeah. That's also the time thing is also my biggest problem also basically. All right. By the way, Lotus Film, did you notice there were no ads this stream because
we were demonetized.
No. I don't know. I try something new, so I don't know. Do you like it better that way?
Sponsored. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, but
we got sponsored by Google.
Yeah, Google. Yeah.
By Apple, no less.
Yeah.
Official Apple show.
I haven't got any ad breaks. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Is it more enjoyable that way? Is it YouTube algorithm don't like it? Yeah. That's kind of that's basically also the kind of the
Don't
YouTube.
worry, next time you'll get triple the ads. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes there'll be an ad break.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the YouTube algorithm. If I put enable the ads, it will technically show more people the video because Google makes more money from the video.
course.
So
course. What was that? You should like swear in the first
yeah,
15 seconds or something, and then you will not be monetized or something.
I think it was the the opposite way around, which was you can't swear in the first 15 seconds.
Oh.
And but it turned out to be anyway false because you can technically swear throughout the whole video because we have been swearing for many videos.
I guess it maybe also depends on how small or big you are.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe advertisers will be less enthused if like a 10 million subscriber channel.
Yeah. Even though PewDiePie also swears on his videos, which is also weird.
So it's just like a nothing burger. It's just not a thing that exists. They just made it up, and it's not a thing that exists anywhere.
Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, because even PewDiePie is like, I do whatever I want. I basically say shit on videos, and like I'm like,
that's the one I haven't seen in a while. What? He has 111 million subscribers?
Yes.
The fuck?
Yep. He by the way, he also lives in Japan, if you didn't know.
I don't think I've ever watched a video
that
he made.
Mm.
No, that's not true. I watched an episode of that
sorry.
Of the show he made for YouTube Premium.
Oh yeah.
Of like some sort of like a live action
horror
inspired.
Scare you PewDiePie or something? Yeah.
I watched one episode of that. It was.
Yeah, I don't think I watched.
There was actually one YouTube We really should wrap up. We've already been going for 3 hours. But there was a one YouTube Premium or whatever they were called, YouTube original show that was actually kind of enjoyable. It was called something like Escape the Night or something. Okay. And it was basically a super mega elaborate role-played sort of like escape room thing. Except that it was like an entire sort of house or like whatever. It had multiple seasons and multiple locations. It was kind of interesting. I kind of like the sort of like fear factor, escape room sort of like moment. With what's his face? Joey, some kind of Joey.
Yeah, Joey.
He's like the host.
Yeah.
What's his face? Joey.
Tribbiani. That's from Friends, but yes.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Not that Joey.
Oh, Graceffa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I used to watch him way back in the day. Oh yeah.
Also have no idea. He does this like lifestyle vlogging, right? I don't actually.
Yeah, lifestyle. Yeah.
About the genre of YouTubing. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he also has like 10 million.
Yeah. He's one of the OG YouTubers. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he actually makes videos all the time. So.
Yeah. I used to watch him like 7 years ago or something. Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah. Anyway. All right, we should wrap up. Thank you for watching, and maybe next week Friday, or
unfortunately I don't think so. I'm working next. Vacation is ending.
Now you have to work every single day, every single night. Yeah.
My schedule is actually not terrible for November,
Okay.
but yeah, next week specifically, I'm working Thursday to Sunday, so unfortunately,
Mm,
I feel like it covers all our potential slots. So I feel like next week, yeah, probably you can do a solo thing.
yeah. Okay.
Take a break
Okay.
from 3 hour long specials we've been having.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Back to 1 hours. Um, because
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, the stories go surprisingly quick if like yeah, half the talking heads are present.
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have anyone to like
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
bounce off of with.
Any
Yeah.
any ideas? Any like yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
It's.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's kind of fun nonetheless. I play some music and usually and yeah. Anyway, if I'm not there, then C makes it fast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Lotus Film is also helping a lot. Yeah, that's true.
There you go. That's why we were going over 3 hours. It's all your fault.
Yeah. All
Owed
right.
him.
All right, then most likely Friday I will talk about the Mac gaming event, whatever that's gonna be happening, whatever
That is
Apple.
true. I'll write a quick note so you can like
Yeah.
present my comments in the stream. So I'm still there
Mm-hmm.
mentally.
Yes. No. What if Apple is showing off Apple Vision Pro,
console.
Apple Vision Pro console gaming
I mean,
in
who
3
fucking
days?
knows? Maybe there will release a console.
Resident Evil Village in the Apple Vision Pro headset. Just
That'd be kind of fierce, actually.
that
I
would
wouldn't hate that.
what?
I mean, you can experience it for less money than Vision Pro. But I feel like I
Sure.
wouldn't hate the idea.
So
If you're already spending 3,000 on the headset, may as well also be able to use it for games.
would be
I
nice.
feel like it's not a
Would-
bad idea.
Would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Thank you for your service, Lotus Film.
As always.
Türi Paide rahva jaoks and all you lovely people out there. Thank you for watching, and we love you all. Goodbye.
Very much. Bye. Go watch Fall of the House of Usher.
Yes, and don't watch Mission Impossible because Jesus Christ. All right. Bye, everybody.